Yeah,
We're not gonna. Are we gonna try to do hardcore on the podcast or no? Because we're gonna save scumming.
No, I'm gonna be save scumming, and I actually have to pay attention for that. I think.
Yeah.
Unless easy mode really is that easy, but I don't know. We'll see about that. Oh Jesus! I just Goku'd.
Yeah.
Something I noticed when I bought the DVDs of Dragon Ball Z is, like, the villain will say something to Goku and he'll be like, we'll see about that. Like,
Yeah,
over and over
back to,
again.
like, everything.
It's like, dude, that's not a good comeback.
Shitballs?
Did you just get exploded?
Apparently.
So, as Greg pointed out to me earlier today, not Greg, Jared pointed out to me earlier today, Final Fantasy VII is only a few days away. Unfortunately, all my shitty coworkers at Gamer Guides got the game early, like on the 1st and 2nd, so they've been playing it for a while yet. Fucking Square Enix has totally botched this launch. I don't know why they decided that everybody needs to get the game early except for the United States.
Or people with digital.
Or yeah, no one with digital's getting it early. They just... Oh man, I got killed by this thing. They just allowed physical retailers to ship it out early. Which is bullshit.
Yep, and there were a few people who were playing it on Twitch.
Yep, and Square Enix went after them. It's like...
Square Enix said no.
Yeah, what are you fucking doing? You allowed them to buy the game early.
that's crazy.
So... And I'm not talking like this is just a retailer thing. Like, Claire bought the Soldier First Class Edition, so the Square Enix store, Square Enix themselves, shipped her the game, the Collector's Edition, on the 1st. So I don't see how they can be upset about anyone streaming the game, honestly. They fucking sent it to people. So... It is ridiculous.
Square Enix is going to Square Enix?
Yeah, they're gonna Square Enix, that's for sure.
By the way, if the remake Missing Board on GameFAQs wasn't a shit show before, it's definitely a shit show now.
Spoiling shit all over?
Oh, no, it's just a shit show in general.
Oh. No, I'm not so. It's a GameFAQs board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's par for the course.
Yeah. I mean, there's no chance of it not becoming a shit show. All I've heard about the game from my coworkers is positive, so apparently there's a lot more RPG elements now than there was before.
I guess we'll see in less than a week.
Yeah. I mean, you can level up materia, and you can apparently level up weapons and learn skills from weapons and shit, so... Apparently there's all kinds of shit you can do, so it sounds quite lovely. Yes, we'll see in a week. Amazon is being Amazon and shipping out my copy of the game on the 14th. Jesus, I hate those things. But that means I'm probably going to end up buying a digital copy on PSN because I'm not waiting until the fucking 14th. And this really bugs the shit out of me because Amazon was just a few days ago doing a buy two get one deal on like board games and some video games. It's like, if you are shipping out items on a delay because of the coronavirus to the point where you can't get me my fucking game that I pre-ordered a year ago, why the fuck are you doing a goddamn sale on board games and other fucking video games? Fucking Amazon. And I can tell you why they're doing it. It's because Target had one of their buy two get one sales. So of course Amazon had to fuck with them by trying to undercut them.
That's pretty much what Amazon does every time there's a sale.
Yep. So Bezos gonna Bezos. We'll see. If the shipping thing hasn't updated by the 8th, I'll just pre-order it on PSN. And then I won't have to open my lovely box. Except for the digital swag that I'm going to get from it, but... Oh well. You do what you gotta do. And this is why I haven't been willing to confirm fully that I'm writing a Final Fantasy VII Remake guide, because, of course, as I said earlier, shit happens, and sure enough, shit is happening, so we'll see. I don't even know what the fuck killed me that time. This dungeon sucks a fucking bag of cunts through a straw. I'm not even sure how enemies are fucking killing me.
I just got one-shotted.
Yeah.
They are one-shotting.
What level is this thing?
It's a 65 one. I think. Still, I shouldn't be hitting that goddamn hard.
What episode is this?
180... What, what's it? 185? I have to look. I don't even fucking know. Holy crap. 3G 185. That's what it is.
Yeah, considering we were talking about retailers and everything. There was a delay this week that was announced.
Oh, God. A big one. Are we talking about that?
There were two delays.
Yeah.
The big one, Marvel's Iron Man VR. No, I'm just kidding. The big one was The Last of Us 2 is delayed indefinitely.
Wasn't the Avengers delayed indefinitely too?
No, Avengers, it was the Iron Man VR game.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's actually probably a good idea, considering the situation of the economy right now.
Yeah, I mean, but I believe Sony's excuse was that they want to make sure everybody can get the game. So I'm guessing that production was slow because of everything going on. So, yeah.
I mean, that's what fucking should have happened with Final Fantasy VII. Or if they're just gonna brazenly break Street Date themselves, they should have fucking launched it early everywhere. Instead of just in Australia and the UK.
Yeah, I mean, Last of Us 2 is still almost 2 months away, so I don't really think it's gone gold yet.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then. Yeah, they probably just... A lot of the factories that print the discs are probably closed.
Yeah.
Though I've heard there were some factories or somewhere in China that were pushing out Switches because you can't find a Switch anywhere.
Yeah, I heard that rumor, and I think it's true. I don't think Best Buy had any when I looked.
Yeah, no one has any.
Well, if you wanted a Switch, now is not the time.
Somebody from my work said they couldn't find one either. They were gonna buy one.
It seems a little late to be trying to buy a Switch. I don't know what game you'd be buying it for.
I mean, there's probably plenty of people out there that are like, oh, well, I want something new to do at home or something.
Ah, that makes sense. But yep, we're all in quarantine, except for Greg, who apparently still has to go to work. I was on the phone with my mom earlier, and holy shit, was she bitching. Oh, is she bitter about having to go to work. She is currently the only person in my family who still has to go into work. And...
Did you tell her 6.6 million people lost their jobs?
Yeah.
She's still bitching?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She makes enough money at this point. She doesn't care about having a job. She just wants to whine about everything regarding her job. And she complains ardently about all the fucking soldiers. Because apparently most of the soldiers aren't actually fucking working right now. Especially not the higher-ups. They're not doing a goddamn thing. Like all the majors and shit and fucking captains on Fort Campbell, they're not actually going into work. They're working remotely from home.
Majors. They're as if they work to begin with.
No, they obviously. Higher rank you go in the military, the less work you do. It'd be a lot easier to accumulate wealth in this game if things actually sold for anything.
So
Yeah.
that was probably it. I didn't really glance over any of the stories that were already posted already. But I guess that's one of the biggest stories this week is we have Young Game and The Last of Us 2 is coming out.
Yep. I mean, this coronavirus shit is getting worse than I expected it to get, and it's all due to our stalwart fucking leader and his incompetence, who is busy insisting he needs a new golf cart for security reasons. Meanwhile, we're still allowing private companies to ship masks overseas. It's like, I saw boycott 3M trending on Twitter. There's just a bunch of people who found it unconscionable that 3M was exporting masks and selling them to the highest bidder. And it's like, what, you motherfuckers hate capitalism all of a sudden? That's funny. Because you had a chance to vote for sanity a few weeks ago, and you fucking voted for Joe Biden, so when did this change happen?
It's also Twitter.
I know. Twitter is not reality.
Yeah.
That much is
I was,
abundantly clear.
Browsing Twitter earlier. I'll just stop at that.
It's Twitter. But America is number one. We've got the most coronavirus cases in the world, and we are quickly approaching 10,000 deaths. So it needs to really finally get warm here. I mean, we had 80-degree weather, but apparently that wasn't warm enough to kill this virus. This hoax of a virus.
It exists in fucking equatorial places. It's not.
Yes, I know, Rebecca. Fearless leader who told us this shit would be gone by now.
Alright.
Now, he has so many quotes from January that have just aged so poorly. Like
Yeah.
How anyone this bad could be reelected is beyond.
He's gonna be.
That's
He's
probably
gonna
what's
be.
fucking happen.
He's gonna be reelected. He is my odds-on favorite. I'm giving him an 80-20 chance of winning over Biden at this moment. Because Biden's gonna get on stage and he's gonna be and fucking people are gonna be like, I can't vote for this guy. He's a fucking retard. So.
Ironically, though, that doesn't apply to the current vote.
Well, no, because, like, here's the thing people are missing. They're actually counting on Trump's competence to cost him votes, and that didn't work in 2016. Sorry, coronavirus is not a novel case. We knew he was an idiot before then. Like, we knew he was unfit to be president in 2016. This is not news. He's failed at every venture in life except for politics, apparently. It's because he's got a fucking cult behind him, and this cult is 30-some% of the electorate, and they don't give a shit. They don't care.
They're fucking stupid.
There are a few farmers and factory workers who went, this is kind of bullshit. I lost my fucking shit anyways. He said I wouldn't. I'm not voting for him again, which I'm not sure I believe, but those are the outliers. Most of the fucking people are still like, yeah, I'm still gonna vote for his ass.
And a lot of the people who support him still support him.
I like to use Joe Rogan as sort of a measuring stick for the idiot class of America. Just the dummy, half paying attention. He's not a good, like, predictor of anything. He's just a good measuring stick for the average American. You know, the fucking middle class worker who's got more money than they've actually earned and no fucking education or intelligence. This is who Joe Rogan adequately represents. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to vote for Trump over Biden. That's it. This is who the fucking white middle class is voting for. Fucking Democrats can keep trying to do their outreach to the fucking suburbanites, but they don't vote for you guys when the time comes. They don't. So, this is going to be a wild election. Actually, I think this is going to actually be a bit of a pathetic election cycle. And it's going to become painfully clear to everyone how much they fucked up when Biden actually has to get on stage and debate Trump. That's just going to be a fucking nightmare in the making. There are some people optimistic right now about how they might try to replace Biden with Cuomo at the by the convention. I'm like, this is not going to get you any fucking votes outside of New York. Not a single fucking one. One, people will be like, you can't just fucking run one guy and then decide, no, we're going to go with another guy later. Like, it boggles my mind that people think this is actually a solution that will get people to turn out in a democratic, so-called democratic process. So, I guess the point I'm trying to make is we're fucked. There is no opposition party of competence worth mentioning. It's just, we're fucked, and just hold on to your ass and deal with it. Best we can hope for is that people realize that $1,200 maybe getting sent to them in 3 months is not enough to live off of, and when they run out of fucking food, they start rioting. And that might actually cause some societal change, but that's starting to look like a best case scenario at this point.
I think I'm gonna go back to work. It seems bleak. If I catch the rona, at least I don't have to deal with the next 4 years. And the aftermath thereof.
I mean, I'm giving up hope on this country. I fully think, I'm not being hyperbolic, I don't think. I'm predicting this is a failed state, and we just haven't come to grips with it yet.
We're number one in all the things that are bad.
I mean, this gives a clue to how bad it's gotten. There are quotes going around on the internet of George Bush, who had a robust pandemic prevention program in 2005, I think. Because he was like, if you wait until it's too late, you know, you're already fucked by that point. Even George Bush was smart enough to go, maybe we should fucking have some preventative measures for pandemics.
Well,
How,
I think it was
yeah.
just last year that fucking Trump disbanded the
2018.
pandemic response team.
So, and the task force in China that was there to deal with situations on the ground before they got here, which was costing us a whopping $200 million a year. So he decided that was too much.
Well, he had to funnel that over to fucking Wall Street, okay?
Oh, if that was only
Wall
what he
Street
funneled to
brokers
Wall
are
Street.
starving on their fucking diamonds and gold.
Yeah, now people are talking about bailing out the cruise lines. Bailing out the cruise lines? What fucking essential function to the state do they serve? Why do we need cruise lines? Has anyone here ever gone on a cruise?
No.
No one here can afford that, and no one here, if they could afford that, would probably want to go on a fucking floating pestilence bucket. Plus, they all fly fucking foreign flags anyway, so they don't have to pay taxes. So why the fuck are we supposed to bail them out? They're fucking unnecessary industries.
Anything, including fucking banks.
I will say, if we bail anything out, the American taxpayer should own it. Yes, we should nationalize it. We should take stock in it. That's what would happen if it was another company bailing them out. So why the fuck isn't it what we're doing? And, God, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Boeing who were told, like, they came with their hands out again for bailout money, and they were told there were strings attached. And they didn't like those strings, so like, fuck it, we don't really need the money. Well, then why are they being offered a bailout? Just mind-boggling how fucked this whole system is. And this shit can't persist forever. So, just waiting until it breaks. Because at this point, I'm certain it's going to. Because the American electorate is just absolutely too fucking stupid to do anything in self-preservation. Oh. I'm just waiting for the day, and it'll probably be sometime next week when America has the most deaths from coronavirus in the world and more active cases than the next 3 countries combined. We've already got the next 2 pretty handily. We are beating Italy and France, or Italy and Spain, something like that. And Germany's number 3. So we'll get there. It's just a matter of when. Now they're optimistically saying
because they're able to test and are testing.
Oh yeah, our numbers are probably twice what is reported at least. Because we have states that haven't even fucking closed down yet. Remember how last week Trump was saying he'd be reopening by Christmas? Not Christmas, Easter. That shit was funny. Are you working on Resident Evil, Greg?
Maybe. Yeah, yes.
How many of these fucking guides are you gonna do with Alex? Jesus shit.
We've probably done like 18 or 19 together by now.
Fuck, you've done 2 so far this month.
It's amazing what losing your job can do.
Well, I guess he doesn't have anything better to do. Okay. See, this dungeon's the same level as the last one, but this is way easier because we're not fighting those fucking machines. I hate those fucking things. Those turrets that just come out of nowhere and fucking one-shot you. Ridiculous.
They bring back the regenerator zombies in like the final area.
I'm not
and maybe
surprised.
final 2 areas. You remember those guys from Resident Evil 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, those things were a bitch.
I am not hyped for all the rumors I'm hearing about the next Resident Evil game.
What's that?
They're talking about massive departures to the series. Like, I don't want massive departures to the series. You guys finally figured out we like the old shit. Go back to that.
Well, clearly they didn't actually figure that out.
I guess not. It's Capcom, so shouldn't
They're easily confused.
shouldn't treat them too highly. Especially since they haven't figured out to make Dragon's Dogma 2 yet. Fuckers. Does anyone know who's doing the Final Fantasy VII guide for Neo Seeker?
Is it not you?
No. I have no clue who's doing that one. I wish it was me.
Well, if you're taking off the fucking gamer guides one, then you can fucking do deals.
They're not even starting the main writing until Monday night, I don't think. They've just been doing bestiary stuff and playing through it. So I doubt I'm being taken off it. Oops. That could have sucked. But I also suspect I would have heard if I was doing the Neo Seeker one by now. They actually like to plan their shit in advance. Speaking of which, GameFAQs had a bounty for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Whole $750, the same amount they're offering for Cyberpunk. I have...
5
Right, yeah. Like Greg said, that's basically fucking charity at this point. Fucking ridiculous.
Well, I guess they got burnt on the way. Kingdom Hearts 3 and Red Dead 2.
I mean, their Kingdom Hearts 3 guide isn't bad.
That game was nowhere near worth 3,000.
Well, that's on them. I mean, what do they expect the fucking author to do?
They offered 3,000 for Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah. And now apparently they've decided that,
I can't remember if that was the 2,500 one or 3,000, but either way, it was too much.
Oh, yeah, I can't remember. I mean, it's their fault. They paid too much for it. It was never going to be a guide worth that much. And the fucking tools on GameFAQs, they suck, man. They're just fucking way behind everybody else. It is laughable how bad they are. Like, they're clearly only staying afloat because of name recognition. If they weren't so well threaded with Google, they would have nothing over Gamer Guides and NeoSeeker. Just nothing.
Yeah, this Kingdom Hearts guide has maps. That's not bad.
Yeah, I would have thought less of the Kingdom Hearts guide until I started working on Persona 5 and just saw how limited their system was. I guess one thing I should point out is when you're working on the NeoSeeker editor or the Gamer Guides editor, you don't have to worry about the fucking thing crashing on you all the time. Those two just don't do that the way the GameFAQs one does.
I fucking left I fucking fallen asleep with Gamer Guides that are open all night.
Yeah, I mean, those two don't give a fuck. They're fine. When it comes to media options, GameFAQs is just primitive compared to the other two. Like NeoSeeker, they allow you to go kind of out of your way with the markup / HTML. So that's not really surprising. You can do a lot of shit. Because you can just resize your fucking image to the pixel, which you can do in GameFAQs, but you can really only do one image at a time. You're whatever you want to do, you're stuck uploading one image. And the only way around it is if you manually stitch two images together in like Photoshop before you upload them. Which is...
You've done that before?
Yeah, that was how Gamer Guides worked fucking 5 years ago. And then they were like, you know what, we should automate this so our fucking employees aren't wasting all their fucking time stitching these images together. And they did, years ago. So now you can just upload the single images into, like, as a single image, as two images side by side, or in a multi-image gallery. Which is way more than GameFAQs allows you to do. And I'm sure you can fuck around with, like, font colors and maybe even create more caption boxes, but there's not really any incentive to do so, and it's not built in the way it is, like, in NeoSeeker. So, the only positive I can really say about the GameFAQs system is tables are really easy to make in markup. That's the only positive side. You just put a vertical line and there you go. You have a cell. Just put one...
Or horizontal?
No, vertical line. Has to be a vertical line. That's
Get them mixed up.
No, it's vertical. That little fucking button above your enter key. You use that, and you've got a cell. Just put it on either side of the word you want to turn into a cell.
That sounds super simple.
Yep. And then if you want to center it, you put a lowercase c by the left vertical. You want it right aligned, put a lowercase r. Left aligned, put a lowercase l. If you want it to take up 2 rows, you put +2. If you want it to take up 2 columns, you put -2. Really fucking simple. You don't even have to think about it. You can just make tables. Oh, and if you want it to just randomly be a header cell, you just put an asterisk. So if you wanted it to be like a centered 2-row header, you would put asterisk C+2. And then you'd have your text.
All Greek to me. Look how fast Nathan's catching on to this stupid shit.
Yeah, if I'm good at anything, it's figuring out these little fucking systems. So, well, it's not really fair because most of it is markup, and I've been doing markup on NeoSeeker for a year now. So, no, I already converted the entire fucking thing Greg did on GameFAQs into markup, and we have a separate markup file now. So, because I will not use their fucking provided editor, because it is bad and awful, and I don't like it.
Don't you have to use it to post the...
To post the media, yeah. Because I can't figure out another way to actually get media in the system aside from posting it somewhere in the editor, and then it appears on the list, and then it gives it a number, and you can reference that image via markup. So that's what I do. I just post it as a normal image, and you know, you don't even have to rename it because they rename it. And then you just reference it via the number they assign it in markup and decide how many pixels you want it to be, and you're done. Well, you can also change the alignment of it too. I figured out how to do a few things, like get images inside tables. I couldn't get images to work inside caption box as well, which is something I like to do in NeoSeeker, because GameFAQs, for whatever reason, would not justify the text so that it would line up well with the image. It would,
Can't you like center align it all or something?
You can, but the second line doesn't wrap well. It just goes under the image and starts a line there. And I feel like fucking with it, so I just put it in a table, and if you put it in a table, it works. And it's like, whatever, it's in a fucking blue box either way, so I don't really care to quibble whether it's a table cell or a fucking caption box. It looks the same either way. So I'll have to have you look. Actually, you can go look at the guide as it stands right now. I uploaded, I think, everything until like the 14th or some shit. You can see how some of the media is looking. I put the one question you're asked in class inside a inside a table, and also some of the trophy icons are in tables when you mention when trophies pop. So that's probably just how I'll do that going forward. Because it doesn't force me to think.
Alright, I'm looking. April 9th to April 17th. See, that one section is almost 60 kilobits.
Yeah, and that's not me. Like, there's not a whole lot of formatting that goes into this. So, that's basically the size it was before I started formatting it.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing was 1.5 megs, so...
God, they must be counting images for that. There's no way it should be that size. Oh, you're talking about the entire text guide. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about, the stuff we have uploaded.
Should I just go ahead and post this?
I guess, doesn't matter. That's another good thing about working on markup, is you can just make changes to the markup file and re-upload the entire file, and you're good, the whole thing's there. So as far as GameFAQs goes, I think it looks fine. You can get a little bit creative with it, like you can put images in tables, so you can probably make some pretty cool boss tables. And there's something I want to do for the confidants, which might be as simple as taking a screenshot of the confidant rank up page and putting it in a little table like I do with the trophies. But we'll see. I might try to get a little fancy with the bosses. Otherwise I think I've got the format figured out for the entire guide. Didn't really take that long at all once I got to looking at how things are supposed to work. So I guess I can put on my resume, FAQ Master Extraordinaire, master of 3 different fucking sites. Asterisk, GameFAQs doesn't offer much, so super easy to master. But hey, it's not like Greg ever fucking learned it.
Just
He didn't
tiny
have to.
amount.
Why
Right.
would he learn something he didn't have to learn?
To be self-sufficient. To know. To feed that burning hunger for knowledge.
I don't think he has it. Not for the
I'm going to delete most of the mementos sections. No.
You don't have to worry about it. They're all just headers in the markup
They're all
file, so.
empty. Yeah, but that means people can click on them and there will be nothing there.
They'll be fine. If you want to go put coming soon, just go find the headers in the markup file and put coming soon under all of them.
Yeah, people will figure it out when they click on it and there's nothing there.
Yeah, maybe they'll be smart enough to see the version history as like 0.2 or whatever it is. They'll be like, oh, I guess it's not done yet.
No, people
Oh, I'm sure they'll say, this guy doesn't seem to be complete.
Whoa, you don't fucking say. I'm putting too much work into that shit for $750. I couldn't help myself though. I got to the first area, the fucking Yongan Yaya back streets, and I was like, I should make a map of this shit. So now I'm apparently stuck making maps for...
Don't worry, I fixed it.
Yeah. Jared made a GameFAQs approved edit to it by just cutting out random bits of the map. Jared's a bit of a map snob. Because there are people on GameFAQs that think it is acceptable to make maps by taking a screenshot of the in-game map, and a lot of the time the in-game map is just like a semi-transparent overlay of the actual game screen. You know how that shit looks like. A lot of the Diablo maps, when you conjure them up, they just appear over the actual game screen, and you can see the actual game through it. Well, that's a little unsightly. You can't just post that, so people will like make black rectangles and box out lazily as much of the background as they can. Not enough so you don't know the background's there. Like, they don't just isolate the map on a separate file or anything. No. That's too fucking high grade for some of these GameFAQs maps. What guy did that? Wasn't it a Star Ocean game?
Yes, Star Ocean 5.
Holy shit. It's like, why? Why would you even do this amount of work? Like, at this point, you would be better off just posting the fucking screenshot of the in-game map.
I mean, it shows you the quality that GameFAQs accepts.
Well, they don't have any quality control, really.
They have, please do this.
Because if I was in charge, I would never let that go through.
Well, like I said, you're a map snob.
I'm not even a map snob. I'm just like, things looking clean and decent.
Okay, that sounds like a map snob to me. I mean, to be fair, they're not paying anyone, so what kind of standards can they have?
True.
Get what you pay for.
Yeah. Well, no, they're getting way more than they paid for because I'm fucking working on a guide. Whatever.
What a sucker.
I know. I can't do a shit guide. I just... What will the children think? Well, yeah.
Children.
Maybe if I get tempted by one of these short-ass AAA games on NeoSeeker, I'll be able to pump one out in 4 days and be like, good enough. Probably not, though.
Oh, me and I.
Posting a quick map I did in Slack. I mean, not Slack. Discord.
Well, you haven't even blocked anything out with rectangles. That's not a map.
Wait, what'd you do on Discord? You fixed his persona map?
He did that earlier. You might have to scroll up to see that, because some assholes were talking about fucking Animal Crossing all fucking morning.
You need to cut out chunks of the map like this. Okay.
Jared, go post a link to one of the Star Ocean 5 maps in that, so Greg knows what we're talking about.
I'm pretty sure we looked at these earlier, like
I'm not sure Greg has.
months ago.
Greg needs to see.
I think I recall them actually.
Okay. Well, fair enough then. But yeah,
The only reason I recall them is because Jared was talking about it.
any of Greg's fans who might ever fucking listen to this, which is none of you, just know that Persona 5 guide is just, it's all charity. Putting in the extra work because of all the love we have. Or something. But hey, it does give me an excuse to play the fucking game, which I wouldn't have otherwise, so.
Yeah.
To do 2 playthroughs of it. I think it's a plat.
Does it even take 2 playthroughs for Royal?
It does, but you can finish on the second playthrough. You can finish well ahead of time. 'Cause
Well,
you
yeah.
You have all the money and stuff.
Yeah, I figured I thought you kept all your, like, money and levels and shit.
You literally have like millions of yen. You can just complete the compendium with. Yeah.
Yeah, good enough. And don't you keep all your,
How am
like,
I
social
echoing
ranks too?
everything? I'm not even attacking.
You do not keep your social ranks.
No,
You
not social,
want
sorry.
to-
Attributes.
Your stats.
Yeah, whatever they're called.
Yeah, your social stats. You do keep those.
There you go. Yeah, which makes leveling up confidence again real easy, because you don't have to fucking eat burgers to get guts to fucking get a shot in your ass so you can fucking buy things.
Big burger challenge, go.
Well, in Persona 4 it was ramen.
It doesn't seem like eating a lot of ramen is something you'd want to do. Like eating a big burger, that's a challenge. That's manly. That gets you guts.
This is Japanese ramen. This ain't that shitty ramen we get.
Oh. Hey, I like ramen. How dare you?
I do too.
I haven't eaten it in a long time, but I like it anyways.
For sure our ramen expired.
Ramen doesn't expire.
Yes, it does.
Oh.
It starts to smell like gasoline.
Well, that's how you know it's been well preserved. Where are you at, Rebecca?
I fucking died! It's a fucking dragon wouldn't fucking stop attacking me.
So, are you just not respawning?
I didn't want to fucking pay the money. It was too much.
Shit, I wasted 150,000. Oh shit, there are actual machines here. Nope, this is not gonna end well.
I gotta submit some reviews lately. I had 6 of them poured up.
I saw you post a Persona 5 review,
Oh, yeah, I did that too.
which I call foul on because I know you didn't beat that game yet. How dare you, sir?
Well, the horribleness that is video game journalism.
Oh god. I
Got
will.
a timeline to do a review, but they don't care if it's a 200-hour game, do they?
No.
Good thing I played the fuck out of that game.
I will spare a word for game journalism. GameSpot has an article bitching about the new Borderlands 3 DLC because it is like a it references fucking Lovecraftian shit, and GameSpot is aggrieved that this DLC does not go through Lovecraft's personal history as a shitty human being and condemn him enough for being a white supremacist in this DLC. That's it. That's the article. I want to see if I can find a tagline to underscore what I'm saying. However, I wasn't particularly enthused by my time with Guns, Love, and Tentacles, largely because Gearbox's interpretation of H.P. Lovecraft's work incorporates some of the problematic parts of the author's worldview and then does nothing to address them. They literally make somebody who is homophobic a villain that you have to beat? Like, in terms of video games, I think that's as much condemnation as you get.
From my understanding, people in the comments and stuff like that, the person or villain that in that DLC ain't homophobic. She just wants, she's just a bad guy.
No. Still, you don't have to fucking... Like, if you reference some work, you do not have to delve into the author's personal life and refute what the current zeitgeist finds problematic to make a game based off of it. So, that's just ridiculous. Like, the dude who made Conan, right? He was a certified fucking nutter butter. He was a live with his fucking mommy, crazy fail son of a bitch. There's no nice way to put the failure of this guy in context. You don't need to have a dissertation about suicide every time you make a Conan game, or a game inspired by Conan. I think that's a absurd standard to hold. So, I'm not going to get into this article too much, because I don't really think we have to. I think we're at the point in gaming where just the outlier batshit stupid fucking articles don't really deserve comment.
The comments in on that article pretty much ripped it to shreds anyway.
I mean, there are some really dumb comments there, too.
It's the internet.
Yeah. But, I mean, you open the floodgates of stupid, and, well, what do you expect? You're gonna get stupid. Is anyone here terribly aggrieved by The Last of Us 2 getting delayed?
Nah.
Play the first one.
I still haven't either.
I
I
read that
never
they
beat.
were almost done with it.
Yeah, I thought they were. But hey, maybe they can take the time and work out whatever kinks it might have and not crunch for fucking once.
I'm sure Naughty Dog doesn't need the money. They can afford this.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll take the time to give a nose job to that one chick.
Holy crap!
That'll take a long time.
That fucking
There's a lot to save
schnarker.
out there.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
No wonder she gets all the ladies.
I don't... Greg.
What?
Too true.
Yeah.
I don't even know, like, what compels people to put a fucking schnorker like that in a fucking video game. Like, that nose is so outside the bounds of normal anatomy. You have to have literally seen somebody with a disfigured face earlier in the day and gone, how do I fucking reference this in a video game? I feel like I should, for some reason.
It has to be an inside joke. Like, there's no way that nose is just something they decided was worth having.
Maybe the art designer's like a big fan of Triple H or something.
Maybe. Even his nose isn't that good.
No, it's not, and that's scary, because he's got like a world-class fucking schnoz. Like, I feel like there might be some neo-Nazi art designer there who's fucking referencing fucking World War II era anti-Jewish propaganda in that. Because that's the only place I've seen something like that. Okay, let's get some more news. Rumor, Super Mario back catalog and several other Mario titles coming to Switch in 2020. Because Nintendo isn't even going to fucking hide. Super Mario back catalog and several other Mario titles coming to Switch in 2020.
How is there Mario games not on the Switch already?
The 3D ones.
Yeah, I mean, I
60,
guess.
64, Super Mario
You said-
69.
Yeah,
The rumor
Galaxy
is that they're gonna
1 and
package rumor was they're gonna package Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy War.
Yeah, right now the Doom library on the Switch is more complete than the Mario library. Just think about that for a moment.
Well, there's less Doom games.
Hey, don't you fucking counter me with facts.
Way less, dude.
There's still, what, 5 of them they have on the Switch? Doom 1, 2, 64, 3, and 2016? That's a surprising amount of Doom games to be on the Switch, honestly.
Apparently they're making a new Paper Mario game in the vein of the N64 and GameCube one.
Does Nintendo have any new ideas anywhere?
Those games were good.
It doesn't matter. It's
They
the same
don't
old
have
shit.
to. They don't have to have new ideas because there's dumb fan fucks that will buy their shit regardless.
Remember this Mario game from 20 years? Have it again! Everyone
Their
else
fans
is,
are like, yeah,
yeah.
Nintendo is brilliant.
Man, I can't wait for Final Fantasy VII to come out.
Well, you're gonna have to.
Remember that one franchise we made? Metroid?
Well, no, you don't get that one. Fuck you guys. You get a logo for that one. Oh, Jesus. Like, that's the one franchise I feel like I want to see because they could go a lot of different places with it. And a lot of those different places could be good. Or not. Depending on what Nintendo does. Because right now they've clearly decided to go with not.
I mean, Metroid Prime 4's pretty much on the way of Atlas's Shin Megami Tensei 5. We haven't seen shit on either one.
Yeah. I mean, who cares about Shin Megami Tensei? Everyone has Persona. That's good enough, right?
Well, not Switch owners.
Oh, well, fuck them. Switch owners. Pfft.
Well, they must think of the same thing because Atlas put the last Tensei game on the 3DS, right? Persona 5 is on PS4.
I want to say Shin Megami Tensei 5 was announced in 2017. We haven't seen a thing about it.
Have we seen
Yeah,
anything
so
about
clearly-
Metroid 4 other than the logo?
No,
We've
no.
heard about things. We've heard that it was rebooted and
I'll be right back.
the company that was working on it got canned.
Jesus. How does Nintendo not just buy the company that was working on it? Be like, no, finish this shit. Like, if they're good enough to work on a Metroid game, how are they not good enough to be worth buying? It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I guess the work they did on it wasn't good enough.
Oh, okay.
Forget the name of the company.
Yeah, didn't they offshore that shit to some like Texas company way back in the day during the?
I think Retro Studios doing it now.
So they gave it back to the people who did the GameCube ones.
I think so.
Well, who the fuck else would you give it to? Like, they're the ones who should be doing it. They fucking did the last ones well. They're the only ones who did the fucking Metroid series well, except for Nintendo back in the 8 and 16-bit era. Oh, apparently there's a bomb there. Why even give you a fucking life bar if everything just one-shots you? Rebecca, make sense of this for me.
I wonder how many times you've actually said that.
I hate shit like that in
Pretty sure
games.
you've said it on most.
Well, I hate it every time it fucking happens. What's the fucking point of having a fucking life bar if you just get one-shotted by everything?
Every game does that.
Well, then we should stop having life bars. Let's go back to fucking Mario days where you fucking have coins or you don't, and if you don't, you die. No, that's Sonic. Never mind.
That's Sonic.
Whatever. The better fucking
The
platformer.
rings.
Rings. I mix the two of them up in my head. I give myself a perfect score for being half right about both of them.
Okay.
Alright, Mario's the one where you eat giant mushrooms and... I saw that fucking stupid meme you posted, Ari. Oh, wait, that wasn't
Oh,
Ari.
which one?
No, that was on Quora. where someone posted a meme of a giant Mario angry with the fucking person at a pizzeria. He's like, I said no mushrooms. Because he's all giant and, like, breaking the ceiling. Oh, shit.
Fucking dragon
I
again?
saw a meme of,
Damn it.
a meme of the Batman cartoon where he was slapping Robin. And in 2020, he had like a long meeting.
Social distancing,
yeah.
motherfuckers.
In a mask.
I posted that one in Facebook, yeah.
Ari is contributing to the dumbing down of everybody on this fucking podcast. One fucking meme at a time. But, no, I don't know. I know I'm a Switch owner, technically, but I got my game on the Switch. I don't care about anything that fucking system does from now on. And I'm certainly not gonna fucking go port begging for games that are fucking gonna be cheaper and better on other consoles. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, speaking of which, we got some news about Mega Dimension Neptunia 7, VII, whatever, being on the Switch. What actually was that news? Coming west this summer. So, I said it before, I'll say it again. Rebecca, how much did you pay for that game?
Like $4 or something?
$4. How much is it going to cost on the Switch?
Probably 50.
50, exactly. It is going to cost $50 on the Switch. This is not a fucking hard choice, people. Now, this is probably one of those games that's not going to look any worse on the Switch, but it's not going to look any better. Maybe they have some bonus shit that makes it good or something. I don't know. I have my doubts, but I just... Who is going to spend this kind of money on... Whatever.
Idiots.
Trails of Cold Steel 3 is also coming to the Switch, which... Granted, that game hasn't gotten as cheap on the PlayStation as a lot of other games have, and it probably won't either. These games actually...
It's $30.
I think it's been $30, yeah. So that's cheaper than it's ever going to get on the Switch, most likely. But these games do retain their value a little bit better than some other ones do, so... I'm not sure I could fault anyone for that one. Oh wait, yes I can. Buy it on the fucking PlayStation. It's fucking gonna be cheaper. I think they also announced Trails of Cold Steel 4. Yep. Coming, yep. Switch and PC.
Switch and PC is I think in 2020.
Oh, okay, yeah. Those are coming out later. It's got 2 editions. The Frontline Edition, which includes... Oh, jeez, let me see what all this shit is. Looks like an art book, a case, and an OST sampling, which is fine. It's typical for their Day 1 editions. That's just your $60 version if you buy it. Any version of that game online for... whatever full price. You don't usually have to get it full price. It'll go down. And then they've got their limited edition, which includes a copy of the game, a collector's box, the Twilight Resonance 1-disc soundtrack. I feel like that is just the most generic combination of fucking anime game words. Twilight Resonance. The complete Black Records hardcover art book, Ashen Awakener steelbook, Daybreak cloth poster, and 7 art cards. So essentially,
talking about Trails of Cold Steel.
Yep. So if you get the limited edition, you are getting basically a steelbook, a cloth poster, and 7 art cards for 40 extra bucks. I love steelbooks, but that ain't worth it. I'll probably just get the Frontline edition. So I own the 4th game in a series I still have yet to play.
Those
I only
games are
own the
pretty
first
fun.
two.
I heard they were good, and that's why I bought them. I just haven't had time to play
Boy,
them.
are they fucking just? They go hardcore into the story, man.
I heard the first one was very long-winded.
Yeah, it's a read and a half. But hey, if you like want to get sucked into a world, here's a good one.
How about a like visual novel that occasionally pretends to be a turn-based anime or turn-based RPG?
Yeah, at least you kind of have a materia system where you can mix and match things. Plus,
Whatever.
there's fishing, so, you know.
I've got 3 of the fucking games, so I might as well fucking get the 4th at some point. Good thing it's not coming out until much later, because I don't have the money for it, especially if I'm going to be buying Final Fantasy VII here soon. Again. Fuck you! Jesus Christ, this game. Again, why do I have this fucking red fucking bar on my screen if it doesn't fucking mean anything? Shit, fuck. Terrible design. No wonder you fuckers don't have the chops to work on Diablo anymore. Fucking clowns. I'm expecting too much from people who fucking took 6 months to patch the game so it worked online.
Yeah, after all the reviews tanked and everything.
Yeah. I'm sure it's gonna start selling now.
Level 64.
Oh, my 71 still. Oh, Rebecca's 63. She's catching up to Ari. Didn't you start out
Yeah,
at
I don't
56? I guess this shit goes fast. Well, good. If we keep doing these, you guys will catch up to me before long. I should just stand back and use my blizzard spell and everything. I don't know why I get close to anything.
I don't know what you do.
Because I can't zoom out anymore and the fucking enemies appear like fucking 6 inches away from you. If they actually let you see enemies in the distance, this game wouldn't be challenging at all.
I don't know how zoomed in you are, but
You can't... No, I'm zoomed all the way out. That's as far out as you can get. Alright, here's this rumor. Another rumor. We got a lot of rumors. Not much news. Resident Evil 3 Remake co-developer M2 is working on a larger remake project for Capcom.
Or probably 4.
I hope it's Code Veronica. Or
You
the
know
first
what? I
game.
do too. No, let's
But
do
I think, yeah, I think Code Veronica needs it now.
I mean, we all know Code Veronica is what's supposed to be the real Resident Evil 3, right?
I mean, yeah, because Resident Evil 3 is like Resident Evil 2.5.
Yeah. And the
Or
only
Resident
reason
Evil
they
2
did that
Jill's story.
is because Capcom agreed to a 3-game deal with PlayStation. So they padded the games there a little bit.
It worked.
Yeah, it worked.
I don't think PlayStation was bitching.
No.
So, is there any rumors as to what this could actually be, or... Because I don't see anything on the article itself. The in-game credits confirms Minami executive produced the title on behalf of M2, plus names several other M2 employees, including games director Kiyohiko Sakata and designer Tsutomu Teranishi, both formerly of Platinum Games. I mean, if they want to remake the first Devil May Cry, I won't complain.
Boy, they need to.
I wanna hear that. Fill your dark soul with light in HD.
Yeah.
Surround sound, Dolby 5.1. That shit. Right into my fucking brain.
Somebody I watch on Twitch has it as one of their donation alerts.
That's actually not a bad little clip to use for that. Really? This fucking game sucks a fucking bag of dicks through a fucking straw.
Oh no, it's a bag of dicks. It's like, what the fuck are they called?
Yes. A lot of fucking genitals going through straws for this game.
So when you're saying this, are you just dying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Instantly from shit off screen.
I need to go in there and see how zoomed out you are.
It's as zoomed out as I can get.
These things are pretty far away from me. I don't know. But I'm a melee character, so I run.
So much for fucking having any block chance. That's it. We need to find a new game. This one's annoying me.
Anthem. No.
At least you're not likely to die in that game. There's so many games Capcom could remake. Oh my god, fuck this trap.
There was plenty of games that could remake.
You can come here and look at the screen, woman. What, all that shit for a fucking lever? Fuck off. I'll fuck up the stairs down so I can fucking get out of this shit faster. If they do a Devil May Cry remake, they need to fucking just get rid of that fucking fixed camera bullshit. They do that shit at certain segments in Nier, and I fucking hate it. It is goddamn wretched. I don't know why anybody ever used fucking fixed camera angles, but there was never any justification for them. They should never have existed, and no game should ever use them again.
Fucking, the first Resident Evils.
Yeah, and it was fucking terrible.
They did pretty well on.
No, they sucked at it. The remake was okay. Which still kind of fucking sucked.
You don't like going around a corner and getting jumped by a liquor?
No. It's not even that. It's just, like, you go around a corner and now all the fucking buttons are reoriented differently. So you don't even know how to fucking move properly. Like, I had a friend who played that game way too much, so he knew exactly where the camera was going to change and fucking what you'd need to press to keep moving in a somewhat straight line when you went around a corner, but... that's just bullshit game design there.
I've got so much extra health.
Get back to work on Persona. You don't need to be doing Alex's job for him.
I'm almost done. I will probably be doing Persona for the next 3 days for the record.
Yeah, let's see about that.
Okay, Goku.
I just wanted to get enough shit to get something uploaded. I'm done with it now. Yeah, have fun with that guy.
Yeah, I do not mind taking another. It's charity. They should just be thankful they're getting it.
Persona, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think they would say a word to me out because I still talk to Alan and Devin, so.
don't think any of the people that use that guide would give a shit either, honestly.
No.
They'd be like, oh, you updated the text slightly. Hooray!
People are waiting for it, but I'm not gonna slave away.
He's got the easiest fucking fan base to appease. Yeah, eventually.
They'll get done.
Which is more than I can say about Fire Emblem, Rebecca.
You've been on the thing.
No, I haven't.
You've been on the TV.
Since when do you need to wake me up to play a video game in here?
I also have not played one.
Yeah, she's been using a myriad of excuses to justify her playing my time at Portia. That's all it is. Don't let her fucking trick you into sympathy.
I've not been feeling well. Like, legit, not been feeling well.
That's because your crazy pills are making you sick.
Yeah. I understand why everybody is non-compliant with their medication.
Take your fucking medication, you fucking crazy bastards.
Because you have weeks and weeks of bad side effects and no benefit.
And also, they're fucking crazy, so you can't expect them to do shit they're supposed to do. Because if they could, they wouldn't fucking be crazy. I think that's a finer point that's missed out when it comes to mental health.
Map is annoying.
I know, I can't find the stairs now. So, Greg, you want Code Veronica to be the next remake Resident Evil, or Capcom makes? Now, did Greg go away?
Yeah, Greg went somewhere.
Ow. Well, fuck you too then, Greg.
There he is.
Jeez, man. You know what? I'm gonna say they should do Resident Evil 8.
No, next remake. Because apparently this is a separate thing.
Okay, yeah, Code Veronica.
I mean, I think they're working on Resident Evil 8. That's a rumor I've heard, is they're working on 8 as well. And that's the one that's supposed to be fucking weird and a departure for the series and another first-person game.
Did you say 7 was weird and a departure?
To some degree, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty different from what I've seen. Which isn't necessarily bad, but I don't know, man. They shouldn't have started releasing these remakes if they wanted people to adapt to a new type of Resident Evil, because this has to have just made people realize why they like the old shit. Like, after Resident Evil 6, I think people were just like, good God, give us anything fucking decent named Resident Evil. And now they're like, well, the classic games played pretty fucking good when they were remade and sold well, so how about some more of that? I think at this point they just need to remake them all. 1, 4, Veronica, not so much 5 and 6.
They can remake 6 and make it a good game.
I'm not sure you can make that a good game. I think that one's just fundamentally bad. Like, the best they could do is just make a new Resident Evil and call it 6.
That's, I think, what Jared was saying.
I know, but it kind of defeats the purpose. At that point, you just need to make a Resident Evil 8 starring Leon and retcon whatever happened in 6, which will not happen because Capcom does not like retconning Resident Evil, except for when they do. But they tend to retcon earlier games with, like, ass-pull explanations of what happened. Like, come on. All of a sudden, we're supposed to believe that Wesker was actually a fucking super zombie in the entirety of Resident Evil 1? No, he wasn't. No, he fucking wasn't. Don't even pretend that shit. You thought of that later. You thought of that for Code Veronica. There was no ambition of making him a recurring antagonist before then. You fucking know it. We fucking know it. You're fucking liars.
Oh, the stairs down are reversed.
Who said that they weren't? It's pretty obvious.
No, was he was the douchebag squad leader that betrayed you and fucking got killed by the thing he was fucking helping create.
It's pretty obvious they made him a villain.
Oh.
A reoccurring villain when he wasn't.
Because they just changed the character to make him a fucking super zombie in Code Veronica. He's like, I was alive the whole time. No, you weren't. Bullshit. They just thought of that later and changed it. And again, there was probably no plans for any other Resident Evil after the first Resident Evil when they made Resident Evil.
Yeah, I'm sure there wasn't. Like, oh shit, people like this.
I mean, that game was clearly just a fucking weird, like, House of Horrors video game.
Yeah, Sweet Home. It was supposed to be a remake of Sweet Home.
Fucking gaming. If it wasn't for developers fucking up on the first take, would Capcom have any games? Like, two of their biggest IPs were clearly supposed to be something else when they were made.
What's that?
Devil May Cry and Resident Evil. Which is ironic, because Devil May Cry was supposed to be Resident Evil.
They let a team make... okay, this company, right, let a team make Mega Man 2, but only in their off hours. They had to work for corporate. Right, they had to do the games the company wanted to do on their work hours, but then they let them make Mega Man 2 for them on their off hours. Now tell me that isn't fucked up.
I mean, if they did it,
they did it.
Then
Capcom was like, oh, okay, no, this is really good. Now make 3, 4, 5, and 6.
That wasn't... Like, that seems outrageous by today's standards, but that actually wasn't that uncommon back then. Like, there were a lot of games that were made by really small teams. Well, God, wasn't fucking... there were a lot of games that were partially created unofficially, and then they were shown off, and then the fucking studio was like, okay, fine, we'll make it. Like, wasn't Link's Awakening done like that?
Yep. And Majora's Mask.
I also want to say Final Fantasy was made in some fucking weird ad hoc manner. Maybe that was just because they were defeatists going into it, and they were just like, yeah, this is probably the last one, this isn't gonna fucking do well.
That wasn't ad hoc, they were trying to copy Dragon Quest.
Oh.
They were defeatists going into it, but they were clearly playing to what sold well last.
I mean, the first Final Fantasy was way more Dungeons and Dragons than Dragon Quest was. So, clearly a bunch of fucking nerds taking inspiration from other forces in the industry, but also just merging a lot of their tabletop Gygax shit into it.
Yeah. And then clearly the addition of jobs is what put it over the top, I think.
Well, by the time Final Fantasy came out, there were already 2 Dragon Quest out.
Yeah. God, it's weird to fucking think of it now, but... Hey, they succeeded. They ended up merging with fucking Enix, so... Despite a Spirits Within nearly fucking that up. Whatever it was called, the Spirit Within. To this day, I still don't know what the fuck that has to do with Final Fantasy.
They lost so much money. Like, if it wasn't for that, they probably wouldn't be partnered with Enix.
I'm pretty sure they were in talks to be partnered with Enix before then. That underperforming is what made Enix almost pull out and say, oh, fuck this. Not sure you're worthwhile. Yeah, they lost, what, $100 fucking million on that fucking movie? It was something I'm gonna look it up. That was. I know they lost their ass on that.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I don't even really remember that movie. I remember Dr. Sid. And I remember, what's her name, Allie?
It's not memorable. I remember, what's the... Oh, I can't remember the fucking name of the guy. He played Hades in a Disney movie. He's a
James
big...
Woods?
James Woods, yeah, he's a big douchebag.
You got James Woods.
Yeah, I remember him being the fucking bad guy who wanted to fire that space cannon at the fucking ghost pussy or whatever the fuck it was. No, I guess it only lost about 50 million. Well, good on you guys. You were only half the failure I thought you were. Yeah, I actually went and saw that in theaters too, and I was just like, this is so fucking boring. What the fuck even is this? Like, I was waiting for fucking chocobos or cactuars or moogles or whatever the fuck. Nothing. They gave you nothing in that fucking movie.
Nathan, I want you to guess the name of my weapon. I'll give you a hint.
Vanguard.
Ritza.
Oh. Monster Masher.
Called the Monster Man.
Ah. Yep, I had to play that fucking song again because Rebecca was fucking playing Yuritsa and fucking Monster Mash motherfucker. Why did they make him sound like that?
I don't know.
Did they think that that was actually like a villain voice?
I don't know.
And Jesus Christ, that Silver Snow route is so fucking lazy. So lazy. I was just copying my Verdant Wind fucking shit and changing it to fit the Silver Snow stuff because that's all they did, so what am I supposed to do? And I noticed at some point, like, the maps are all the same, but you have one fewer character to take on these maps with you. And at some point in the campaign, I noticed they just fucking cut Claude out of the map. Like, it doesn't even matter if it made sense or not. Like, in some maps in the Verdant Wind path, you'd have this standard 10 units. Well, on the Silver Snow route, you just have 9, because all they did is remove Claude. So fucking lazy. Unbelievably lazy. I guess on the plus side, we weren't forced to buy it 3 fucking times, but Jesus Christ.
I was about to say, 4 paths. Is it really unbelievably lazy?
Yes, it's still unbelievably lazy. Why even?
I believe it with abandon.
Why even have it if you're gonna be that lazy? What's the point of it? Like, I know I complain about Japanese games not giving you choice, but if that's the alternative, just don't give me a choice. I don't need it. Insultingly lazy. One might even call it Terabad.
That might be better.
It's bad, and I love Fire Emblem, but guys, that's fucking lazy, man. So, Rebecca's route seems better, although, having played through the game 3 times, I'm seeing her do shit like the attack on Deirdre, and I'm like, yeah, this is very similar to what the Blue Lions did, except you're playing the Black Eagles this time. Which I guess makes sense. Like, I think the first mission they do in the Crimson Flower time skip is the Great Bridge of Myrddin, except you're playing from the Black Eagle perspective, so you're on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah.
And, it's funny, that Acheron dude you kill, he's on the wrong side no matter what faction you're playing. Like, he just can't get a break. He is going to get his ass handed to him there. Poor guy. So, we'll see if Rebecca ever finishes her playthrough Aren't most of your characters like level 46 now?
45, 46.
See, so you're right there. You just gotta go through it.
Just battle through.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 campaign launched March 31st. That was a leak from the PlayStation Store. At that point, it's not a leak, it's just a fucking listing. It will cost $25.
Really, I saw $20 on the store.
That's what this article says. I don't know. Maybe it had a low, like, initial price. Sometimes they drop the price near the beginning. Then why even list this price? Well, whatever. Anyone buying this Call of Duty masterpiece?
Maybe.
I saw that that Russians thing was trending because it's still in the game. I think our sensibilities have changed a little bit, though. Like, going into an airport and just gunning down a bunch of people, that's not that upsetting anymore. Coughing on somebody, if there's a game where that happened, that would probably trigger some people. Like the great citizens in the great state of Pennsylvania, right, Jared?
There's just a story about another one the other day. Some lady didn't go to the drive-thru. Employee handed her a cup and one of those holders, and she didn't want the holder, so she coughed on the employee.
Oh, there you are, Rebecca. See, this is like coronavirus is a good illustration of why, like, of all the things X-Men got wrong, the idea that people would end up randomly like superpowered mutants and any of them would be good is utter bullshit. Of all the things that's stupid about X-Men, that's probably the dumbest, the least true. Because you give people the idea that maybe they can cause harm to someone by coughing on them, and you have shit like this happening. Just imagine if some people just randomly woke up with adamantine skeletons and claws. It would be anarchy.
In lots of different superhero things, like the show Powers and even My Hero Academia, they pretty much, the government pays them to be good. Like, the government realizes, yeah, these people are gonna be shitty, so yeah, let's just pay them off. And ransom the government.
Man, is it just me, or is your leveling, like, slowed down drastically, Rebecca?
I'm sure it slows down as you level up.
Well, yeah, but Jesus. At least you're tied with Ari now.
Yeah, I'm gonna level up again.
I'm about to level up.
Jesus, she actually has tied you.
Yeah.
Can't believe we've got fucking 30 more levels to go for this trophy.
Yeah, I don't know
You
about
have
this.
30 more levels. I'm
Hey.
fucking sick of it.
Guys, there is a trophy at the end of this tunnel.
Is it even a gold? What is it?
I don't know.
But
it's a
bronze.
It's attached to a platinum, and that's all that matters. Tell them, Greg. Talk some sense into these people.
I'm never getting the
I like
fucking
you.
platinum.
I like you asking if it's a gold or not. Gotta judge.
Is this worth my time or not? For a gold, I will sacrifice hours of my life, but for a bronze, not so certain about that.
Yeah.
But even that's not honest on Greg's part, because he will sacrifice hours of his life for a bronze. Stardew Valley much?
It depends. Am I planning to platinum the thing? Then yes.
That's true.
Stardew Valley. Oh my goodness gracious.
I wasted too much time on that fucking gat out of hell for a fucking bronze. And it just will not happen. The Outer Worlds for Switch launches June 5th. And this is one of the few things we have to thank the Rona for. Because they delayed the original launch of this game, they actually decided, hey, we're not going to be fucking assholes and we will put a cartridge in this boxed version of the game we are selling that has no physical component. So, I guess, thank you, Rona, for that one. For stopping them from shipping out this fucking game without a cartridge for the Switch. What a fucking travesty that would have been. Almost as big of a travesty as buying the Outer Worlds on the fucking Switch. The fuck is wrong with you people? That game doesn't run well on the PlayStation 4. You're gonna buy it on the Switch? Out of your fucking minds.
It's easily $25, right?
I don't know. It's been holding its price around $35, I think. Still, it's less than what they're gonna charge on the Switch.
30, right?
Fair enough. I mean, it's not the kind of game that you're going to really want to play on the go, I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong, but for games that I would want to play on the go, they kind of have to have short, self-contained gameplay loops, like Dynasty Warriors games. Those are games you play on the go, because you can complete a level in a few minutes and get your fucking spoils and be done with it.
Yeah, but can't you grind in Outer Worlds?
Well, yeah.
You save it any time.
I guess, but still. It's a bigger game than I'd want to be playing on a handheld. But I guess Skyrim's on the Switch, so fuck it. Anything can be on the Switch.
Witcher 3.
Right? Fuck. Somehow I don't think we're gonna get Cyberpunk on the Switch, though. Given the fact that they're reportedly having trouble getting it to run on current-gen systems.
Right.
And no, the Switch isn't a current-gen system. It just happens to be contemporaneous with current-gen systems. Wasteland 3 delayed until August 28th. Meanwhile, Minecraft Dungeons has not been deterred and will launch on May 28th.
Is that something we're interested in? When I use the Royal Wii?
Not full price, but yeah, maybe down the line. I'm interested to the point where I'm going to look at reviews and we'll see. And then if it goes down to like $20 maybe, but...
Is that supposed to be like a Diablo-like, or...?
I think it is like a sort of Diablo clone with a Minecraft skin. Kind of looked like one. I kind of expect Jared to be the expert on this game for some reason.
Of course I meant for the podcast.
Yes, obviously. Oh, shit. Fuck, I hate those. Come on, melee warriors, get your asses through here. Oh, it didn't fucking help. Jesus
Well,
Christ.
some fucking asshole brought all the fucking enemies to the fucking edge where you zoomed in. And besides, I had to cast my...
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, I'm dead.
Yes, we are definitely interested in any other fucking game.
No, I fucking died again.
It's gonna fucking teleporter kill you. Yeah, the only way we're getting 1,000,000 gold is playing it on easy until we have the money.
Yeah, because it barely gives you any, and then you die every fucking 2 seconds.
Well, because enemies fucking one-shot you. It's like, again, what's the fucking point of having a life bar if they're just gonna fucking kill you in one shot? I feel like developers don't know what the fuck any of these fucking things mean.
They just don't give a shit. Sadistic little fucking assholes.
Okay.
Clearly.
Gotta sell my shit, which is all fucking garbage. Because the drop rate in this game is abysmally low, even fucking worse than Borderlands. Not worse than Borderlands 2, definitely worse than Borderlands 3, though. Oops, I don't want to sell that. Wait. Why can't I buy that back? Oh. There it is. What the fuck was that about? Stupid fuck of a game.
Still way too easy to accidentally sell stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Accidentally sold a legendary and then it wasn't in the buyback screen.
Oh, great.
No, I...
Unique.
Well, unique, whatever. I don't even know what they're actually called.
Sure shit haven't dropped any legendaries.
Yeah. Gamescom 2020 will take place at least in a digital format. I'm surprised E3 isn't. Like, I feel like they fucked around on E3, and they fucked around, they waited, and then they went, oh, I guess we can't actually do this after all. And we don't have any plan B, so fuck it. No E3. So Gamescom actually might be helped this year because, I mean, when the hell else are all these developers going to show off their games? Now that E3's been canceled, and they have to do it in a digital format anyway, so might as well do it at Gamescom.
IGN is doing a event in June.
God, what fucking opportunists.
Wouldn't it be nice in this game?
Enemies that...
drop stuff for our class.
Yeah.
Every fucking yellow thing I get is for another class.
Hey, I got a wand. That's not for another class, I don't think.
Watch it, I'll have fucking strength on it.
No, just level 79 or focus 199. Well, it's supposed to be a lot stronger, so... Hey, the first new weapon I've got since level 46.
All my shit is strength and focus.
Well, you need to get some strength on your focus or something.
I'll be right back, guys.
Xbox free games for April announced. And we here at Xbox Game Central certainly care about the Xbox games. For the whole month, they have Project Cars 2. From April 16th to May 15th, they have Knights of Pen and Paper bundle. Gee, that's bad. On the Xbox 360, from April 1st to 15th, they have Fable Anniversary. From April 16th to the 30th, they have Toy Box Turbos. Holy shit, that's a bad month. Since we just did Xbox, the PlayStation Plus free games for April are Uncharted 4 and Dirt Rally 2.0. A lot of fucking racing games.
Uncharted 4 is the best game out of all those things that you said.
Well, yeah, but that's... Like, what's the competition? Fable Anniversary? That's a good one, but... It's on the Xbox 360.
Just pointing out what the best game is.
Just ridiculous. I don't know. In Uncharted, can you, like, give characters thumbs up and make them fall in love with you? Okay. I'm not sure it's the best then.
It is most certainly the best.
I saw Claire trying to beat that on the hardest difficulty, and it didn't look that fun at that difficulty.
I beat it on that, obviously. It's a challenge, but it's, I mean, there's worse games out there. There's people within.
Those quick time events looked like a bucket of shit. I hate quick time events. As does every sane person.
There's
Right,
a
Rebecca?
quick time event for taming llamas by time at Portia, and you have to hit a lot of fucking buttons to succeed at it. I did not.
You can tame llama? I gotta play this game. Like,
Tame a llama so you can use it as a mount. You know what I did? I just spent 10,000 gold to buy a horse instead. Because that fucking little taming minigame is ridiculous.
so the next big farming game, for the record, Rebecca, is Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town, which is a remake of Harvest Moon, Friends of Mineral Town. So, yeah, just FYI.
Is it coming to PlayStation?
I don't know.
Because if it's not, I don't think Rebecca cares.
It's
Yeah,
on the
I won't.
Switch.
I'm not gonna play
I
shit
don't-
on the Switch.
Can't tell you about the PlayStation.
Here's some fuckity news. This might make people go, what the fuck? Persona 5 Royal Survey asks if players want Persona 5 Scramble to come west.
What? Is it
This-
not?
Right?
I think everybody had that reaction.
That's exactly the reaction I had when Jared fucking posted this on Discord. I was like, what do you mean, do we want it to come to the west? Isn't it already? Persona 5 Royal is now out on PlayStation 4 here in the West, and Atlas is already asking players if they want to see Persona 5 Scramble, the Phantom Strikers localized. Yes! What the fuck is wrong with you?
God
What
damn
the
it.
hell is Persona 5 Scramble?
A Musu game. A Persona 5 Musu game.
Oh.
And the only Persona game that the Switch is getting so far. I can't help it. They're so fucking butthurt. It's great. The thing is, does Atlas really need to ask at this point? This is from Push Square. We assume that the survey question is just testing the waters, but it doesn't do the company's image any favors. Come on. What the fuck? It's like, the Dragon Quest Musu game sold well here. Persona 5 sold well here. Why the fuck wouldn't Persona 5 Scramble? What the fuck is wrong with you people? Can you not do any fucking coherent market fucking research on your own?
That's how they're doing it now.
They know the answer to this fucking question. Like, what are you doing?
I think the only appropriate response to them is to just go find them, smack them upside the head, and say, you better be working on this shit already. Like, I expected this shit out sometime this fucking fall. And they're asking questions if we fucking want it. What the fuck is wrong with you fuckers? Reminds me of the shit they do with Dragon Quest all the time over at fucking Square Enix. They're like, oh, if this game doesn't sell well in the West, we might not localize the next one. Fuck, shut the fuck up and sell me the fucking game. You're trying to fucking guilt trip me into buying it. I'm already fucking buying it, you pussy, and you're fucking gonna localize it anyways. You've localized the last fucking 4. Like, they're gonna localize Dragon Quest Builders, but not Dragon Quest 12. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense.
Don't like it. Don't like it at all.
Japan, they like doing these fucking guilt games, and it's like, they fundamentally misunderstand the relationship that we have with them as consumers. They're not like my fucking grandpa who's like, I don't know, if you don't fucking come give me a hug, I might not come over next time. It's like, shut the fuck up and sell me the goddamn game, or else obviously you're not gonna get my fucking money. Shit is wrong with you. The best news from Bethesda in at least 2 years. Bethesda Softworks will not host a digital showcase in June.
Oh, good.
I guess they figured if we don't have a live fucking audience where we can fucking pay our staffers to get drunk and clap, there's no fucking saving it. If it's only online on YouTube and everyone can thumbs down the stupid shit we're gonna do, we might as well fucking not even bother. So, oddly clairvoyant for Bethesda to realize they ain't got nothing. Can you believe we went this entire fucking generation without a new Grand Theft Auto and a new Elder Scrolls? Like, we got 2 Final Fantasy games and a Dragon Quest, but we couldn't get 1 Elder fucking Scrolls? Fucking shameful. Guess I'll wait for my companions to go and draw the aggro. I guess it's their job.
I don't survive any better than you. So
get your ass in there and aggro.
Doesn't really do anything.
Go aggro.
Can you cast all my fucking shit?
I'm already dead.
Oh, jeez. Supposed to draw the aggro.
And one-shotted me.
You can't draw the aggro if you're dead. Whatever, I'm giving up on hoarding money. It's just not going to happen. I can hoard money or get to level 100, and at this point I'd rather get to level 100. Get to level 100, turn the game to easy, get 1,000,000 gold, start New Game Plus, then start worrying about a hardcore character. We beat all the bosses, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
For my hard work and determination last time.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Using wiki.
Hey, wikis have their fucking place. I'll say that. Like, my time at Portia, definitely a wiki game. Animal Crossing, definitely a wiki game. Some games do not need guides.
My time at Portia could use a fucking block, though.
Well,
God damn it.
there's apparently...
Deer behind the fucking
Yeah,
chest.
I know.
Damn
It did it for me, too. Apparently there's a guide for it up on NeoSeeker, so I don't know how good it is, but...
I don't know if it has a walkthrough.
It... I don't know. I didn't look at it enough to even ascertain that. This fucking story. Alright, Jared, you can turn off your headset for a little bit, because we gotta talk about Borderlands, and it's not gonna be the fun shit.
Don't have to.
We have to. Ah, damn it, I sold that fucking thing again. So Gearbox has a business practice where they pay their employees well below the fucking market rate for their job. Well below the industry standard, I should say. And they counterbalance this by offering them royalties for the games they make. Which, yeah, kind of makes sense. But it's to the point where their employees kind of count on these royalty checks. Well, news, they're not getting their royalty checks for Borderlands 3. Because despite the game selling really well, it also costs an awful lot to develop. Now, from what I can understand from this Kotaku article, oh, this is one of those weird maps where my casting speed is reduced by half, but my damage is doubled. This is going to be a weird one. They split the profits of a project up 60-40, and 60% goes to Gearbox itself, like the parent company, and 40% goes into a royalties fund for the employees, something like that. And you know who got his royalty payments from Borderlands 3? Randy fucking Pitchford. He got paid, but there just wasn't enough for the employees to get the royalties they expected.
Well, that's some bullshit.
Yep, here it is. Royalties from all the developers' games are split 60-40, with 60% going back to the company and its owners, while 40% is distributed to the employees in the form of quarterly bonuses. The system has been in place since Gearbox's inception. And when the company has big hits, it can be lucrative. When 2012's massive Borderlands 2 came out, many Gearbox workers made enough money to buy houses, a fact that the studio often touted when recruiting new employees. Since then, however, Gearbox has been struggling, failing to find much financial success with flops like Alien Colonial Marines and Battleborn. As a result, quarterly bonuses have been smaller in recent years. In 2020, that was supposed to change. Several Gearbox employees told Kotaku that company management promised them six-figure bonuses following the launch of Borderlands 3. The more years they've been with the company, the larger the check. This vision of financial success helped Gearbox's developers get through many long nights and weekends working on the game. Then, in a meeting yesterday, the story was posted earlier this week on Wednesday, so I guess this would have been Tuesday. Gearbox boss Randy Pitchford told employees that Borderlands 3 bonus checks would be significantly lower than they hoped, according to three people who were present. He said the game had been more expensive than expected. The company had grown significantly larger than it had been in the past, and now operates a second studio in Quebec, and that their sales projections had been off base. The game sold very well. We expect lifetime unit sales to be a record for the series, said Strauss Zelnick, CEO of 2K parent company Take-Two, on an earnings call in February. But it cost way too much to make. One large factor was a technology swap midway through development from the Unreal 3 engine to Unreal 4, which added a great deal of time to the project. In addition, before Gearbox could receive any royalties from publisher 2K, Borderlands 3 would have to recoup not just the game's entire budget, around $95 million, but also the budget for all the downloadable content, for a sum closer to $140 million, thanks to a contract the two companies had signed. So, the CEO at 2K is getting paid. Randy Pitchford, he's getting paid. But if you're actually someone who, worked on the game, you're not getting paid.
I would burn... It's time to burn down the office, right? Maybe the CEO's house?
And on cue, because Jim Sterling and Randy Pitchford have a little bit of a hate boner towards each other, and I love it. I think it is fantastic. And I'm on Jim Sterling's side 1,000% when it comes to this particular hate boner. He had a video up the very next day calling Randy Pitchford a con man.
I mean, pretty much.
Now look, when you're a business, I have a different belief when it comes to being an executive officer. You should not be the one that is reaping all the rewards and taking none of the risk. You should be like a ship captain, where if anything goes wrong, your ass is the one going down with the ship. I don't know how corporations are always able to get away with this shit, but they are. If a game fails to turn the profits you expect, I don't know how you, as the fucking CEO, still get all the fucking money. Like, this is your fuck up on every level, from sales projections, to budgeting, to design, to fucking all the oversight. It's you. So why are you getting rewarded for it?
I can't do this, Matt.
Why?
My character attacks are way too slow. Even my regular attacks are slow.
Yeah, me too.
Oh. I thought it just affected casting speed.
Nintendo
it
actually
affects everything, and my character relies on a specific attack in order to even kill things. And
Yeah, I'm attacking in slow motion.
We'll see if I can brute strength my way through it. Should pay more attention to
CEOs
not
will actually do what you're saying, but here in America, like even corporations, right? They get what they always get the fucking golden parachute.
Yeah.
Why? You just cost your company a shit ton of money. Why do you get a golden parachute?
Well,
Because they won't take those positions unless they get the guarantees and huge bonuses and shit.
It's even more
Like,
fundamentally...
these boards,
Well, here's the
these
thing,
boards
like...
are getting out of touch.
Does anyone think CEOs have management skills? Like, after all we've seen over the past 40 years, that most of these CEOs have management skills that any fucking senior manager couldn't fucking do? Because I have heavy doubts that they provide anything essential to a workplace. I'm pretty sure you could take anybody that has been working in a position in a senior level for any period of time, and they could do the job just fine.
Probably better, even.
Well, yeah, that's... I'm being overly generous. I don't know why. You also got to keep in mind, Greg, that, like, the system is more fundamentally rigged than that. What counts as success for the company and for the people who... Because most of the upper management in a corporation, they don't care about the long-term survival of the company. They are parasites leeching off of it in a very specific manner. Like, Mitt Romney with Bain Capital is basically the perfect distillation of American so-called capitalism. The job is not to fucking make something that works. It's to make something that dies in a way that looks like it's working in the short term, so you can fucking cash your check, get the fuck out, and then let it fucking sink when you're fucking gone. And, like, Gearbox, and this is the game that's going on right now with Gearbox, in fact. Right now, they are planning to go public. And you know who's going to make a fuck ton of money if they go public? People like Randy Pitchford. You know who's not going to make fucking money if they go public?
The people who actually...
Everybody else. Yep, the people who actually make the games. And these people not getting their bonuses has no bearing whatsoever in whether Gearbox is perceived as successful enough to go public. They will tout the sales figures of Borderlands 3. They will fucking go public. They will do a big stock scam. They will cash out, and the company will fucking flounder because they won't give a shit after that point. So, Jim Sterling has a hate boner for Randy Pitchford, but I agree with him 100%. Randy Pitchford is a con man. He's not an outstanding con man. He is a con man in the very classic American business mold of a con man. And don't be surprised if in 5 years Gearbox is floundering, Randy Pitchford is gone, he's fucking unfurled his golden parachute, he's made fucking tens of millions of dollars off it going public, and people will have the nerve to act surprised when this happens, like they always do. But we've seen this happen time and time again, so... Hey, a secret room. Hooray, I found one. Usually I'm just finding other people who find them.
Oh, are you in the upper level still?
Yeah. I didn't know we found the stairs.
Yeah, it's in the middle of that big spiral shit. It's one of those round staircases that you never see.
Oh.
Whatever.
Because they're all compacted shit.
Yeah, thanks for all this white shit. Fucking stupid ass.
That's all this game drops is white shit.
Yeah, none of it's fucking useful.
I found 3 unique items today. To be fair, one of them was a wand, so that was cool, but...
Every unique item I found has fucking focus or dexterity. That's what it's for.
Is it at least for your class?
Nope.
Ah. Yep, I totally walked by that fucking thing. What work is Alex even doing on Resident Evil 3?
I think he's done more of it than I have.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So, hold on, actually. So, like, here's the guide. The walkthrough is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 sections, right? This is a very short game.
Yeah.
There's a trophy for finishing it under 2 hours.
2 hours.
So there's going to be 11 sections. Some of them are pretty short. He's done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's done 7 of them.
Nah.
He's literally done 2/3 of it.
I don't know where I get that from, just crazy talk. See, you guys are doing fine here without me. What are you talking about? Got this level halfway cleared already. I hate that my teleport can't go down levels. Souls-like action RPG Mortal Shell announced for PS4, Xbox, and Switch. Not Switch, PC. Just become so accustomed to saying that. So I've heard this game compared to like Sekiro and Warframe. I don't know why. Never played Warframe, so I don't even know if such a comparison makes sense, but there you go. Might be something that Greg likes since it's a Souls-like.
What game is it?
Mortal Shell. Me, frankly, I'm so fucking sick of Souls games. Hurts my fucking brain to even fucking think about another one coming out right now. Games that I've not had enough of are roguelikes, and Rogue Legacy 2 has been announced for PC. I couldn't find any information whether that means Steam or Epic Store or Stadia, what the fuck they mean by PC. So we're still kind of in the dark about that one, but hopefully it will make its way over to console at some point, and it can be properly played there, because I love the fucking first Rogue Legacy.
I like the music.
Well, yeah, it had really good music. The gameplay was not really for Rebecca, though.
Terrible at this.
Well, it expected you to platform at certain points, and to dodge spikes.
I don't dodge spikes. I go right in.
You catch them with your face. Yes, you do. I know, I saw. I saw what could be construed by a drunken person as gameplay. Rebecca's like, that's why I like Fire Emblem. No spikes. I mean, except for those maps that have spikes.
Except for the spikes and the dark spike spell.
Well, how dare you? That's just fucking taking it too far. Do any enemies ever even cast that? That has to be a rare shit cast. I think Lysithea has it, but she's the only one I remember having it off the top of my head. I played too much of that fucking game.
It's pretty rare. I'm pretty sure some of the mages in the Edelgard Castle on Blue Lion had it.
Maybe. They seem to like casting death, though.
They probably only use it if you use it worse.
You're giving the AI way too much credit.
Yeah, probably.
Like, there aren't very many enemy units in that game that you can't kill just by fucking moving a unit within range that that other unit can't beat, and they will attack it unfailingly. There's never a point where the PC goes, maybe I should, and because I'm not going to do any damage and they're going to kill me. Nope. Computer's always like, a thing I can attack. I will attack it. Platinum Games teases 5th Platinum 4 announcement. Why is it the Platinum 4 if there's 5 fucking announcements? Someone explain this to me. Jared?
Fourth one was an April Fool's joke.
Oh. Well. That explains that. So wait, what was the April Fool's joke? Yeah, I kind of went offline for April Fools because I was like, no, I'm not even going to put up with this bullshit this year. I did see a hashtag later saying, people agree to suspend April Fool's jokes in light of the coronavirus. Which I'm hoping was an April Fool's joke in itself.
I've seen memes where it's like, April Fool's is canceled due to no joke can overcome what 2020 actually is, something like that.
Right, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, I've been fairly underimpressed with their announcements thus far, so hopefully this last one is more substantial, more interesting. I guess we'll see. Here's that announcement of IGN announces Summer of Gaming digital event for early June. It will feature the latest news, previews, developer interviews, and more on upcoming games. So, I mean, IGN is just amazing. They are the most mediocre, milquetoast fucking gaming site out there.
GameSpot?
No, IGN. GameSpot used to be good. Now they're well below IGN in terms of quality. IGN was one of the few sites, if I recall, that refused to take a side in that whole Gamergate shit back in the day. But, like, nothing that IGN does is exceptional. Can anyone think of, like, a standout review or a great news story they broke?
I disagree, sir.
What have they done that was good?
Exceptionally bad at picking gaming journalists to represent them.
Okay, well, I don't even think they're...
They let like 2 or 3 people who just steal other people's content and just work for them in a row.
Okay, they're the best at hiring plagiarists.
There's no vetting. There's no vetting. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, it's because that's all IGN...
Who else is better?
That's because that's all IGN does. They don't come up with anything on their own. They're just the milquetoast mediocre gaming site.
Yeah, they're the best at something.
I guess. And the fact that they're gonna at least have the foresight to capitalize on this coronavirus thing and E3 being canceled by essentially co-opting it, it's just appalling that they might be like the standard bearers of gaming journalism going forward. Just abysmal how so many companies that are good at nothing still manage to excel. The stairs are over here, guys.
Yeah, I'm heading that way.
You use two-handed weapons, Rebecca?
Yeah. The only good thing I have is my weapon.
I found a unique greatsword. 629 DPS.
Oh yeah, that's probably enough.
180 health.
Use it.
Only two requirements. Strength 199, level 79.
Okay, I don't have 199 strength. Wow. No, I do. 125.
I can't give it to you yet, but you can have it when we're in town, because if it's an upgrade, it also steals health, gives you max health, and casts some Scalding Geyser on hit, so...
That might actually help. Oh, we're slowed in here.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Quit whining and kill them all.
Quit whining and get killed.
I can't even quick cast my protections. It's just the only thing that allows me to survive these attacks.
How's there another shaman dude? Did we kill the boss? I think we did. Oh no, he's still up there. He's almost dead though. There he goes.
Fighting me.
God, he's got enough minions, doesn't he?
He's dead now.
Yeah, the boss is dead. Okay, we got that guy.
Level 66.
My inventory is full. I'm surprised.
But in case anyone is sad about E3, apparently they wanted to assure us that E3 is not dead. It is just delayed. They've already set the date for next year's E3. It will take place June 15th to the 17th, 2021.
And this E3 is dead for this year.
Yes. It is quite moribund at this point. Survival adventure game Windbound, announced for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Every game that calls itself a survival something is just like, ugh, go fuck off. I'm sorry, but that word, it's just a buzzword for we're going to waste your time with shitty game mechanics.
Oh. It was so good.
Yeah.
I can see IGN's not going to like this game just from the art they included. Definitely too much water in this one. Oh yeah, look at that. Person's entirely in water. Oh, now they're on an island. Maybe it won't be so bad. It looks cartoony. I know Rebecca won't like it. Just has a white-haired chick with a bow going out and hunting. So maybe it's not that bad. And I guess the story did prove true. Mafia 2 Definitive Edition has been outed by ratings boards, as well as Saints Row the Third Remastered. Woohoo! Give me another fucking platinum. By the way, my Saints Row 4 from Australia arrived, and it is now in quarantine. I know you've all been waiting with bated breath for me to update you on that, so...
Yeah.
I might be able to play it here in a few days. I don't think I'm going to be able to platinum that one, but I don't even care. I will get most of the trophies for it, and that's what matters. Korea's Game Rating and Administration Committee has outed Mafia 2 Definitive Edition for unknown platforms. Developed by former 2K Czech, I guess that's the name of it. Mafia 2 first released in 2010 for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC. Although no official figures were made public, the game garnered a... Apparently you're not getting that, but hey, you know, you never know. Entertainment Software Ratings Board has confirmed the existence of Saints Row the Third Remastered for PlayStation with a May 7th, 2020 release date. No official release date. May 7th seems a little fucking soon, considering we haven't heard any news of it. So, unless they come out, like, tomorrow on Twitter and say, hey, Saints Row 3 in a month, I'm dubious we're going to see that game by the current leaked release date, but fuck it, I'll buy it. Right, Rebecca?
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, I do. There's no fight back for that. You know why there's no fight back for that? She saw me play Saints Row 3, the unadulterated joy I have for that game when it's not making me angry. Where are you at? Oh, you're shopping.
Selling shit. There's no inventory space.
And Greg, it's a travesty that you haven't platinum Saints Row 3.
I've only played one Saints Row game my whole life.
Which one was that?
Get Out of Hell.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, but you went through the effort and platinum that.
Yeah, I did.
So, has anyone been playing anything except for the aforementioned Persona 5 and Resident Evil 3? I think we've talked about those.
Nier Automata.
Oh, right, you did make some progress. Well, what prompted you to play Nier Automata out of the blue?
Because I got Nier and I can't play it yet, so... But I'm about 7 hours in.
He just reached the machine village, Rebecca.
No, I'm past that point now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you went through the carnival stage?
I just beat the Goliath or whatever it was.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So-
I'm ready.
So come on, that music for that carnival stage and that machine village, that's just great music, isn't it? Stop moving
Yeah,
around,
pretty
woman.
cool. Yeah,
I love
all
it.
the music's pretty good.
Oh, gotta hold. There you go, there's your sword. Maybe it'll make you more swarty.
And I'm about 70 hours into Animal Crossing now. Just got my 3-star rating for the village, so now I'll get KK Slider, the guitar playing dog, to come tomorrow and give a concert.
Jesus. That's all they talk about on fucking Discord these days is fucking Animal Crossing, and just incomprehensible nonsense to me. Talking about fucking butterflies and medium fucking eggs, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, the eggs come in the medium fish shadows.
Oh, okay.
Jared discovered that, and yeah, I was thinking that they were any size, but no, it's only the medium ones.
I think anyone who's played Animal Crossing is gonna have PTSD with eggs.
Yeah, the eggs are the egg plague.
Now, the game did go down to $50 for a brief window on Amazon, but I didn't bite.
I think it's always been 50 at Walmart.
Yeah, but Walmart. Yeah, now that Amazon's probably worse. But I've got so much shit on my plate right now. And Rebecca shows no signs of being done with my time at Portia anytime soon, so this map should be easier for you guys. There's no negatives, it's just an increase in magic find. Probably nothing, but...
Oh, you might get some greens.
Oh, Jesus, I got fucking killed anyway. Oh, right, because I have fucking skeleton mages. And they insta-kill me for fucking some reason. How is this fucking guy here in this corner not taking any damage from it? I can't fight him. My character's too dumb not to rush up to him when I try to cast spells at him. Melee characters, kill this fucking mage in the corner. Fuck do I even have you guys here?
I tried earlier and he wouldn't die, so.
Jesus. Rebecca, gave you a fucking new weapon, use it.
I was casting stuff and loading into the area.
These skeleton mages are for the fucking birds. Because they announced the remake, remaster, whatever it is, of Nier Replicant, I decided to finally play my copy of Nier. This is a game that does not deserve a fucking remaster. It really doesn't. All the bad shit about Nier Automata, amplify that twofold and reduce the quality of all the good shit by half, and you basically got Nier. Like, I was actually surprised by how similar the two games were, and by seeing how allowing Yoko Taro to fucking just take that extra fucking inch could make everything so much worse. It made me appreciate how good Nier Automata actually was and how bad it easily could have been. He does a lot of the shit in the first Nier that a lot of game journalists praised in Nier Automata, where he'll just randomly change the perspective, so it's a 2D side-scroller for a little bit. Sometimes he'll change the perspective, so it's a top-down fucking game that almost plays like a twin-stick shooter. It can be obnoxious enough to aim some of your spells in Nier at the best of times, but when you're fucking top-down, it becomes absolutely fucking wretched. Like, it is a crapshoot where you're going to cast things. I think it's vaguely based on where the camera is facing, but since it's top down, that doesn't correlate to where your character is facing. So it gets pretty fucking weird. The story, of course, is nonsensical, but it is a direct prequel to Nier Automata. In as much as there is some like logical correlation between what happened in Nier to what happens in Nier Automata, but it's so like there's so much time distance between the two, and there's so little resolution between the end of Nier and the beginning of Automata that it's more of a spiritual successor based on the events of the previous game than actually following through with them. And I have a feeling that Nier and Drakengard 3 are basically the same. Like, there are multiple endings in Drakengard 3, and if you take one of the endings randomly, fast forward by 3,000 years, and kind of keep one of the plot points and the fallout of it, and say, this is what's happening now, that's basically what Nier is to Drakengard 3 and what Automata is to the original Nier.
Yeah, pretty much. They've done articles on that before. It's all crazy nonsense.
Yeah. Well, as far as I can tell, at the end of Drakengard 3, from what I've been able to read online, because I haven't played Drakengard 3, there's an ending where some fucking white giant dies, and when it dies, it like disperses, like turns into powder or fucking whatever, some white shit, and infects people with some disease. And what's that?
So that's awfully rude of it.
Well, yeah, kind of a dick move. And humans can't figure out how to beat this virus, so
that's very surprising.
Yeah.
Or unsurprising.
So they take the next logical step, which is to suck the souls out of everybody and let their... yes, this is what fucking happens. And let their replicants live on Earth instead. And the actual souls of humans that they suck out because they can't beat this disease, this virus or whatever, are called Gestalt. And what happens is, over time, the replicants start to become self-aware and start to reject the Gestalt, and the Gestalt can also start to become corrupted. So, I guess human souls in Nier are kind of like computer code, which I guess makes the transition to androids a little easier, but also, like... I mean, I guess there's no such thing as souls, so you can make souls like computer codes if you want. It's not like I can go, that's not what souls actually are like, but this is a bit weird. What is getting corrupted?
Drakengard 3 is only like $23 on Amazon right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, is it Drakengard 2 is the expensive one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a PS2 game, though. I'm not going to bother with it.
Drakengard 2 is not that expensive right now. It's on Amazon. It's Drakengard 1 that's like $100. But the Drakengard 2 is cheaper. But I don't know if those are used copies or new copies.
They're probably used, but I mean, at this point, you're not going to get a new copy for those games.
Yeah, well, Drakengard 3, I guess.
See, that seems to be like the story, and when if there's something wrong with a Gestalt, it causes the replicant to corrupt, and that's what that black scrawl shit is, which is a new disease. So apparently the old disease, the old virus of the fucking white whatever syndrome, they have a name for it. Whatever, it's some fucking white virus. That's not an issue anymore, but the corruption caused by the Gestalt replicant shit is. And that's what your main character's daughter / sister has in Nier. So apparently her Gestalt is corrupt, and it's causing her replicant to have this black scrawl virus. And
That
then
sounds bad, by the way, daughter/sister.
yeah, I know. I guess I should, because I had to.
Two different characters.
Yeah, well, two different versions of the game. Apparently, they released your typical anime bullshit where you're playing some fucking teenage boy and you've got to save your sister, because that's a thing that happens in Japan. Like, in America, we have less of that attachment. Like, if my sister was dying from some virus, I can guarantee you I would not be going on an epic adventure to save her life. I'll be like, oh wow, that sucks for her. Guess she's fucked, ain't she? Now, my dad might be expected to go...
Once you hit 25...
Oh, did I get abdicated?
Are automatically useless and can't do anything.
Okay.
So...
Fair enough, yeah, that's true.
That's why the brothers have to help their sisters. Their parents can't do anything.
Well, I mean, I assume they don't have parents in the original. Just like your character doesn't have a wife and hasn't mentioned having a wife, so I don't know.
He just has a baby mama.
And my potential to spoil the game is limited. You find out all the stuff I told you, well, 1, at the end of Drakengard 3, and 2, at the opening minutes of Nier. But I did a speed run on my first playthrough of the game, and I skipped all the cutscenes and story, so I'm now just going through it and playing it normally because I got the speedrun trophy, and I don't really know that much of the story because I'm only like a third of the way through. Oh, fuck these traps.
Oh, I just got killed.
Yeah, I got killed by a chest with a fireball trap.
I think that killed me too.
But then, like, Nier Automata's story is like, fast forward, there are aliens and humans live on the moon.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
It's like, what?
Yeah, I was like, how does that relate?
Well, it does relate more, but that actually is a spoiler, and I won't.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, like, the music is exactly the same. Yoko Taro loves his fucking white-haired characters, so he can't be that bad. He loves his fucking fan service, that's definitely for sure. You have a fucking companion that fights exclusively in lingerie.
And is referred to as the foul-mouthed hussy.
Yeah, you have this magic book that you travel with called Grimoire Weiss, and it's the best part of the game. It's sitting there fucking offering snarky commentary about everything you're fucking doing. Nier and this book have some great exchanges about fishing, because when you fuck up fishing, Nier will blame the book for scaring the fish away. And so the book stops talking for a while, and then Nier gets annoyed at the book because it's not talking like it normally does, and the book's like, well, I didn't want to scare away the fish. And so Nier's like, well, now your silence is unnerving. And the book's like, well, should I start talking again? And Nier's like, no, you'll scare away the fish. Great stuff. And the gameplay is pretty bad. But fortunately, they knew it was bad. Like, they knew they didn't have this shit ironed out. So they just gave you a very generous floaty dodge, which usually gets you out of trouble. And your spells have a terrible fucking... It's a nightmare to aim them, but they also, if this makes any sense, kind of seem to hit whatever they want. So you can usually just crapshoot a lot of the shit you're doing in that game, and it'll work out alright. But yeah, compared to Automata, the gameplay is not great, but it's serviceable, and you can see the inspirations for Automata throughout the entirety of Nier. They clearly refined a lot of the fucking aspects of Nier for Automata, and it turns out that's really all it needed. Plus, you know, move the fan service from a companion to the main character, and boom, you're gold. You're Rule 34ing all over the place, and you're fucking selling statues and shit.
Sure helps.
You got it. They figured that shit out. So yeah, it's profoundly okay with significant flaws. Speedrunning the game on my first playthrough probably wasn't the best of ideas, but I didn't want to fucking worry about it.
You kept going where the fuck do I go? I'm like, well, that's why you play the game normally and
No!
then do a speed run.
I figured it out. You have 15 hours to do a speed. There's a trophy, of course, Greg. That's why I did the speed run.
Okay.
You get a trophy for beating it in 15 hours, and it took me like 10 hours to beat it, and I could have done it in 8, so it is not that strict of a speed run. I spent 2 hours grinding just so I wouldn't have any trouble on the final boss. Got a few levels. And leveling up actually helps significantly in that game. I mean, it's a fair little RPG. You can level up your fucking weapons by getting drops, and there's actually a fucking trophy for leveling up 30 weapons to max level, which apparently is the big time waster trophy in that game. So, still got some life in Nier yet, but I beat it without paying attention to the story. I can comment on the mechanics, I think, so hence why I'm commenting on it here. It is okay. I'm not sure you should have run out of your way to buy it for $30, Ari. I still suspect the price will go up if the game gets popular because of Replicant getting a remake or remaster, but on its own...
If they remaster it well, and it has, the gameplay from Nier Automata, would it not be significantly better?
Yes, it would be great. Especially if they fucking, that's what I said. I at least told you this. I think I said it on Discord. It's fine having these Japanese developers who like to do fucking stupid shit to innovate, because occasionally they come up with good ideas, but a lot of the time they don't, and it makes their games fucking worse. And Kojima, sorry, verdict is in. Death Stranding is not a fucking great game. Yoko Taro, he needs somebody to follow him around and just fucking smack him every time he's trying to do something stupid. Just, no. This needs to be play tested to see if this fucking works. Just don't fucking add this shit to the game because you want to randomly fucking turn the game into a fucking space shooter. That's fucking stupid. Don't do it.
I thought that's one of the things people like the most about Automata.
I have never met anyone who likes the fucking flying segments.
I like the flying segments.
Okay, well, you're the one. Ari, do you like the flying segments?
Are they not entertaining?
No! They're pains in the ass! I don't want to have to fucking learn an entire new fucking sort of gameplay halfway through the game.
Which takes you all of, what, 10 seconds?
Well, I mean, I only ever played it on fucking easy difficulty, especially those parts, so...
I don't know, man. Over-exaggerating. Drama queen.
No, I
Drama
hated those
queen
parts.
Nathan.
And you know what? I hated the fucking hacking even worse too, but they were smart enough to go, yeah, this probably sucks and people are probably going to hate it, so let's just have like an autoplay feature for this. So if you really don't like it, you can just do it.
Yeah, smart.
No, and some of those fucking flight segments would just go on and on and on. Seriously, it made the fucking, the demo portion of the game, the first hour, the worst part of the fucking game, because it ended with a fucking flight segment. It started and ended with a flight segment. So you get used to the on-foot combat, and then for the boss, you have to fucking do the flying, and if you fuck up, you gotta play the entire hour over again. No, fuck you!
That happened to me.
Yeah!
I died and had...
No, that's bullshit. Fuck that. That ain't fun.
I think I restarted in easy mode because I was like, fuck this.
No, I did the demo in easy mode. I did the rest of the game in fucking normal mode.
Okay.
Except, I will fucking out myself here. When I was doing 9S's path, towards the end of that, you're going up some fucking tower, I think, and you have to hack a bunch of shit. And I'm like, I am so fucking done with this hacking game. I'm turning this shit to automatic. I'm not doing another fucking minute of this hacking. I should have come to that conclusion a long time ago, because that was pretty much the fucking end of it by that point. But still, better late than never. But Nier has the same composer, so the music is pretty much exactly the same. If you like Automata's music, you are going to like Nier's music. And Automata's OST was the last OST I bought. So, clearly I liked it.
Oh, you actually did buy it?
Yeah, I bought it for $20. Remember when your grandfather died, and I had to fucking drive all the way up to Pennsylvania in a snowstorm that closed 3 states while we were on the road. My greatest fucking driving achievement ever.
You played the music on my phone.
Yeah, we had a rental car that actually you could plug the her phone into the stereo and listen to it, and I was playing the Nier music, and I was like, I'm buying the soundtrack when I get home. I bought the soundtrack. How do you think I have the music?
I thought you were just continuing as YouTube.
No, it was like $20. I bought it when I got home. That shit got you to your grandfather's funeral, so I don't want to hear a goddamn word out of you, missus.
I just didn't know you bought it. God damn, settle the fuck down, asshole.
That was a great drive. But I have no such compunctions for Persona 5.
Maybe
If
grandma's funeral.
was it your oh right, it was your grandma for right.
Because it was 4th of July and too expensive.
Yeah. Your grandfather picked a really selfish time to die, gotta say.
No, he died earlier. They just set the funeral for a stupid fucking time.
Yeah, who wants to go to a fucking
Cremated him.
funeral on the 4th of July?
They
You
cremated
guys are really,
him.
really
and
good
could
family
have-
members, I can tell.
They cremated him and could have had the memorial at any time. They picked a time when it would be too expensive to travel.
Really good family members. I drove her fucking 1,000 miles to her grandma's funeral. I'm the best fucking family member.
And then hold it over her head with the memories.
Dude, you did not see that fucking blizzard I was driving through. That was legit dangerous shit there.
Yeah, they closed the fucking
I should not have been on those
Pennsylvania and
roads.
Ohio. They were closing the roads as we were driving. We're like, why are there so many police officers out?
You know those memes where, like, someone will fucking say something and then they have, like, the Skyrim skill level up at the bottom?
Yeah.
When I was driving on those fucking blizzard fucking roads, that was what my driving skill was doing the whole time. Just leveling up the whole fucking time.
Stairs over here.
I think, like...
The round kind.
I know I'm a pretty humble guy normally. I don't like to flaunt my unquestionable skills in so many fields.
Just the humblest.
But when it comes to driving, like, I have to say I'm probably an expert snow driver after that. I didn't fucking skid out once or nothing. Which is more than I can say for all the fucking retards in Ohio. You live in that shit and you can't drive. What the fuck?
Ohio fucking drivers suck. I fucking told you that. They're the worst.
It's just a terrible, terrible state. No one should live in Ohio. No one should be allowed to live in Ohio. Like, that whole state should just be closed down. Along with Florida. I mean, Florida's going to take care of itself, so I'm not too worried about Florida, but... Like, the end of Florida is all too predictable. Like, just going to be fucking cannibal gangs running around nursing homes as the state slowly sinks into the fucking Atlantic. I can't think of a better end for a bunch of fucking
right
meth
back.
heads to eat old people in a swamp. Man, that'd be a great Resident Evil game now that I think about it. Oh well.
I think my controller's finally giving up the ghost.
Is that the one you were trying to do the way out thing with?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna blame the controller. Not buying it.
You do. You do every time you fail at a game. You
Well, that's
fucking
me. I know
fail.
it's the controller when it fucks me over. But Greg, I'm not giving him that credit. I heard him fucking furiously tapping away at that poor controller. That's what killed it. It was alive until Greg's ham-fisted efforts to do a fucking pull-up came into our... What was it? Not a pull-up.
No,
I don't know
yeah,
if
they
it was
were push. Shoot. How do you describe those?
I don't know. Clearly,
There's
exercise is not my forte.
Unless it's on a game.
Yeah, well, motherfucker, I'll do all the pull-ups in a video game. What do I gotta press? You just wait till I get Final Fantasy VII. I'll be the pull-up expert. By the way, that the trophy list for Final Fantasy VII leaked. There's a lot of mini-game trophies, and it's got me worried. Like, there are a lot of mini-games in there that I don't even know what the fuck they are.
Yet like another game I will never play.
I don't know how hard they are, to be fair. I know there's a darts one, so maybe I'll make Greg do that for me, since he's clearly better at it than I am.
Hey, I'm really good at my time in Portia's dart thing.
Okay.
It's the easiest fucking mini game in life.
Well, you can come get me a platinum in darts then.
I can see why there's no...
Okay, controllers are swapped. I'm gonna retire old red and play with the see-through one the wife bought me.
How long have you had old red?
It's probably been 2-3 years at least.
No. I think I've had my white controller for 2 years.
White?
Not white. Silver, yeah, that one.
You know on the back of your controller where you have that Sony sticker that has all the info on it?
Yeah.
Like, flip them over. You see it?
Yeah.
Big old long sticker, left to right, right?
Dude, I can't read that shit.
Old red has half of that sticker worn off from my thumb rubbing over it. Like on one side and then the other side.
You know, that would probably be more of an achievement if I didn't, like... My hands can fucking weather anything. I've got some greasy fucking hands. I don't know why, just the way it is. So... Your hands are nasty.
Whenever I have to fill this water cup for him, I'm like, man, this feels gross.
You fucking give me my goddamn water. And you do it with a smile.
Fuck you, eat a dick.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
I'm waiting for...
she gets to sit here and say, he's fucking nasty, but... Okay, I see how it is. You know, all motherfuckers taking her side.
Say your hands are nasty. And you know they are, so...
My hands are just bountiful.
In their grossness.
There's a reason why you're like, oh, I can't do dishes even though it's my job as a woman because my hands are all getting raw. And I'm like, pfft, I ain't got no problem.
You don't have eczema.
That's true, I don't. You know why? Because my skin's healthy. Probably because I produce a sufficient amount of body oil to keep this machine of mine lubricated. See? I will turn your negatives into positives.
Who the goddamn dishes is that?
I did some!
You're apparently resilient enough to do it.
I've done them. I bought you some time. You can do the rest. No, I don't care about you. Retribution. Don't want to get rid of these spells, but I don't want to keep them either.
I just sold all my spell.
That's what annoys me. I'm like, can't you just recover them and just unequip them? Like, go away.
No, we're not doing another cast speed. No, we're not doing that one.
Yeah, fuck that one.
How many more of these are we gonna do?
Just one. We're going to do one more.
Okay.
I mean, we're pretty much
Alright.
done with the news, so...
Alright.
You don't need to do that. What, is Animal Crossing calling again?
Yeah, or Automata, either one.
He's like, I
At
don't
this
get...
point.
Anything not Torchlight is calling.
Actually, a chicken sandwich is calling. I'm getting hungry.
You know what you can make?
Oh, you can't make it while I'm on the podcast, can I?
I mean, yes.
I really contribute, but...
Hey, you contribute, well, no,
most of the game?
this time you were the least contributive, of the podcasters.
What?
Yep.
I said stuff all the time tonight.
I'm ranking Jared
Listen to my
above you
voice,
today.
I talk too
That's all it took? Really? But yeah, we've got Final Fantasy VII coming out in 4 days now. Although PSN, for some reason, is listing its launch date as the 9th. Anyone else notice that?
Oh, it's because you can play it... Well, I guess it's because you can play it before midnight if you're not on the East Coast.
Is that really why? That seems weird.
I don't know. That's my guess. I mean, I'll be able to play it at 9 p.m. on Thursday.
I mean, I guess it'll be 11 here, unless Amazon changes their shit before the 8th.
Yeah, and they're letting people preload it early.
Yeah. I mean, 1 day should be enough for me to fucking download it, so my internet's not that slow.
It downloaded in a few hours for me. It's like 80 gigs.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Does anyone use fist weapons?
I do.
500 DPS suck or not?
No, I've got 718 from that last one you gave me.
Oh, Jesus.
But it might go on my other fist. I don't know.
Okay, well, 500 DPS is good. I just got a weapon. Although it takes like 150 dex to use, so...
What I don't get is why pretty much everything that's dropping for me has dex and focus. Or not dex, strength and focus. Like, there's any class that needs both?
No, I don't think so. This game could give me one upgraded piece of armor today. That'd be great.
I accidentally sold my boots and couldn't buy them back because I didn't realize they were going away.
Accidentally sold you my boots. There's just something funny about that. I've also heard that Final Fantasy VII has chapter select after you beat the game. I don't know how that works. It's that Final Fantasy VII seems like a game that shouldn't have chapter select. Does it keep
I'm hoping that means nothing's missable.
Hopefully. But does it mean you keep like your endgame stats when you redo chapter select? Can you replay chapters and like reacquire loot ad infinitum? What does this mean? Or does it just mean like it gives you a chance to replay that chapter with a predetermined party? Because that would suck.
Or maybe your party at the time.
Maybe that seems like a lot of work to do. Like, I don't know. What if you don't grind until the beginning of a chapter, and so you go into a chapter really weak?
Well,
that would suck.
They could make it so it saves at each chapter what you had.
Yeah, it could, but I really don't like that system. Hopefully, it just lets you fucking keep your endgame shit and go through it again. I guess it depends what they're going for, but I don't know. They have a trophy for beating all the chapters in hard difficulty. We don't actually have any official trophy lists posted anywhere, I don't think. Which is weird, because the game's going to be out soon. I mean, a lot of people already have it. So...
yeah, you'd think... I don't know.
The only thing we've got is a leak on someone took a picture of the screen. Which I don't even know how they got that, because last I knew, my coworkers at Gamer Guides couldn't even see any of the trophy shit.
Oh, yeah, they don't have it until launch day, I guess.
Yeah, the server wasn't synced, but someone was able to see it and take a screenshot of it, so... don't know how that works.
Either that or they photoshopped it.
I don't honestly know. They could have, but... it was a picture of someone taking a photo of their screen with their phone, so... if they did that, they put in a lot of work to make it look shitty, too. God, fuck these things.
I can't fight with that shit.
I've lost half my fucking money today. And I don't feel like I'm getting any stronger against these enemies because they're
Well,
not
you're
dropping
not the
any
boss.
fucking loot. It wasn't even a boss. It was just some asshole that can one-shot you with...
No, I'm saying if you're not in the boss thing, there's no reason to lose any money for that.
I'm not gonna fucking just sit out the entire fucking run.
You don't have to.
Yes, you do. You go back to town and you can't go through the portal again.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you
I just
can.
did.
Can you?
I just did.
Oh, for
I'm
fuck's
about
sake.
to just do it now.
Like, what even is this guy? He's just a fucking douchebag. Get out of here. Where did he go? How did that kill him? Well, every time I respawned in town, it wouldn't let me fucking go back to a dungeon.
No, it's only if we're at the boss.
Oh.
You just have to teleport to another player.
Yeah, that's how you do.
Okay. Oh, this game is such ass.
You would have told me that earlier. But we didn't know you weren't doing that.
I clearly haven't been dying that much before today. Not in these, anyways.
Well, it's because we were playing lower level.
Game needs to start dropping shit. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I haven't upgraded really any of my gear other than my sword now. That's not something I got.
I refuse to use any of the blue items that have up arrows. I shouldn't have to use fucking blue items because the game's not dropping shit. I should have enough uniques to sustain me throughout the rest of the fucking playthrough. Why is Diablo 3 the only fucking loot grind game that got it right? And even then, only belatedly. Like, at some point, they're like, okay, I guess you guys want to have fun. It didn't make me play the game any fucking less. It made me play it more, because you actually make progress.
Oh, this level's pretty short.
Released April 10, 2020. Full game expected to be available on 4/9/2020. Why? Makes no sense. But at the rate of this fucking coronavirus, I don't know, man. We might see Cyberpunk delayed again. I would not be surprised at this point.
Yeah.
Because I don't
Especially
see
if
this.
they can't manufacture it.
Well, yeah. I mean, most of these games are manufactured in Mexico, the actual discs and shit. So, and Mexico isn't a third world fucking country like America. They actually can deal with issues like this. So they might not be under that long. The only problem Mexico faces is they share a border with America. That's their biggest problem. And yes, that includes cartels, because we cause those to happen too. I think we all remember the story about that California politician who was on a crusade against games and then was caught fucking selling weapons. Fucking hypocrites.
Hey, if it's profitable, we'll do it.
No, like illegally fucking selling guns and shit.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's profitable, so we're gonna do it. People are fucking bricks.
Evil, man. Fucking just... Oh, these video games are so bad because of the children. By the way, I'm selling fucking weapons to cartels.
Cartels help out struggling communities by bringing in money.
Oh, woman.
I need to take apart like my controllers and see if I can fix this drifting issue they've been having. You guys ever do that?
PlayStation controllers?
Yeah.
No, I haven't taken apart PlayStation controllers. They tend to be...
Buy some every Black Friday, so...
They tend to be built with fucking plastic latches inside them, which are fucking hard to disengage without breaking them.
I mean, looking at the back, it looks like a eyeglass screwdriver can take these apart.
Maybe. I know Jared just bought a bunch of fucking screws for some project or another.
What are you doing, Jared?
Apparently the screw set I recommended wasn't gonna get delivered to him in a timely manner, so he had to go with something else. I do imagine it's feasible, though. I mean, I fixed 2 fucking PlayStation 4s, so... If you can fix the console, you have to be able to fix the controllers. Especially if you can cannibalize one controller for the parts for another.
Yeah, this red one was my favorite.
I know a guy at RP Gamer who fixes Joy-Cons because they fucking drift all the time. I'm just sitting here like, who the fuck uses their Joy-Cons?
Only when I'm in portable mode.
I don't know, they're just such uncomfortable little fucking shits.
Yeah, they're horrible controllers. But sometimes I want to play Animal Crossing while I'm watching TV, so...
Well, it has to be done. Well, are you really watching TV at that point?
Well, I'm listening to it.
Okay, fair enough.
Like a talk show or something.
Oh god, what talk shows do you watch?
I don't know. Whatever's on.
Just white noise. That's what I do with anime. That's how I quote-unquote watch it, and then I'm like, wait, what happened? Rebecca's like, weren't you watching?
Oh, I know that you weren't. Oh, gee, there's a gun on the ground where I can't pick it up.
Lately with the wrestling, I just listen to it too, and then look at the screen if something sounds interesting.
Oh god, how can you stand to listen to it? Then you have to fucking hear Michael Cole.
I'm talking more about AEW. I don't
Oh,
want to pay
okay.
attention.
No, never mind. I could listen to Jim Ross talk all day. Wait, does he do the announcing for them?
Not lately. I think he can't travel right now. But,
Okay.
But right now it's Tony Schiavone and Cody Rhodes doing it.
Ah, Tony Schiavone. He's so hokey.
Yeah. He's better now than he used to be, I think.
Oh, no, I didn't mean that in a bad way. He's so hokey and it's great. You know what? I'm gonna up my fucking vitality because this ring wants me to.
Okay.
Just gonna dump points into vitality. Wait, that's not oh, that is vitality. How's that increasing my block chance? Why would vitality increase block chance? Whatever. Good enough.
Okay, I cleaned old Red up a little bit. Let's see if it's any better.
I know those DualShock 3 controllers were a bitch to fix. Yay! I need more pieces of the Ember Weave set, so if you guys find any of that, it's a unique set. I know I'm being overly optimistic here, but...
I just try to get a blue set for us so I can finally get that trophy.
Oh man, I should see if I have a blue set in my box, because I got that one really early in the game.
Yeah.
I had, but then I got rid of it.
Oh,
Yeah, I just didn't pay attention this whole time, and now I don't have it.
here's the boss supporter. So how many fucking guides is Alex doing for Neo Seeker this month? 3?
Yeah, at least.
Fucking hell.
Well, I mean, April just started. He also did this game called Biped.
Never heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a co-op adventure game, I guess. You control a little robot and you have to manually move his legs with each L2 and R2, right?
That sounds terrible.
I can't stand it. Yeah, I can't stand
Why would you fucking write a guide for... Well, I guess need the money.
it.
It sounds like Death Stranding where you have to keep balancing.
He's forced me into helping him. And by helping him, I mean I will play through the co-op things with him. But I'm not, like, I can barely stand that.
Oh, he can hit me through there, too. That's not fair. You can't do what I can do. How's that fair? Well, he needs to get a fucking job again, or else so someone else can write some fucking guides.
Maybe this will be his full-time thing.
Jesus. Hey, where'd you go, Wraith?
Over here.
Did you die?
Yep, he's dead.
Oh, that's true. Rebecca died.
Oh.
Make fucking spell with you guys.
I guess I got a legendary ring. That counts as armor, right? That I was able to...
Alright, are we done here?
Yeah, we're done.
I need a sandwich.
That'll do it for the podcast, too. Which, to be fair, has been done for a little bit, but...
Need is a bit much.
Hmm.
You need a sandwich?
I'm fucking hungry.
People
Man.
need to eat, Greg. So.
He might need a fucking sandwich. Who the fuck are you to fucking judge? He's a growing boy.
Growing boy.
Don't fucking question it. You want me to support you or not?
Wait.
What kind of sandwich?
Chicken.
Pimento cheese? Is that pimento cheese?
Pepper jack.
Pepper Jack. Jesus Christ.
Man, I didn't used to eat pepper jack, and
And
my
then
friends introduced me to
Andrew.
pepper jack, and now I eat it on everything.
Yeah, it's like one of the best cheeses.
You are just out of your mind, sir.
It's fucking good.
Pepper Jack.
What's wrong with pepper jack?
It's not provolone or sharp cheddar or Swiss or any of the other better cheeses out there. That's what's wrong with it. Plus, it's spicy. Who the fuck wants to eat spicy shit all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. That's who.
Beside himself, it's heaven. Valid. Ugh.
All right.
I identify scrolls again.
You buy them fucking scrolls and you identify the shit. But that'll do it for this episode of the 3G Show. Next week we'll... Oh, who we fooling? Next week is going to be Final Fantasy VII. I assume we are all playing Final Fantasy VII
Yeah.
sometime in the next 5 days. Alright. Till next time. See you guys later. Greg, say goodbye. Oh, that Greg.